Alrighty. I inadvertently started my show a minute early, but I guess we're ready to roll. I am presently watching the Snow Dub Music and Entertainment Show. As we fire things up, he's wrapping up his show. There's no redirect. Come through here. And the tie-dyes are kind of exclusive. All right, there we go. I didn't want to do like a promotion, but I'm pretty sure he's not redirecting anybody anywhere. But you could donate. You could donate over here if you want to send a tip and bypass the percentages. Hey, my camera's off. And I didn't turn on my chat yet. But more importantly, my camera's off. I want my camera. I want my camera back, ribs. I want my camera back, ribs. Chilies. I want my camera back. Okay, it's like a movie reference. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Wait, it's still not working. I want my camera back. All right, we're going to try something here. We're going to try resetting something here. Yeah, I better get the chat open soon. You know, I want to know if people are watching. Do I have more than one webcam? Like, I really want my camera. That is so weird. Why is the camera not working? Oh, crap. No, don't erase it. I'm back. Okay, good. Because you can't let the robot take over the show. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. This is not a robot show. Although we have a robot. As you can see, we got a little AI chat bot friend here. His name is Mr. No Sleeves. He's missing part of his sleeve. We're just going to let it be. He is missing part of his arm, as you can see, like it's just cut off on the side. So is what happens when you rely on AI image generation. So anyway, crap, shit, son of a. I don't know if it's too late to start the Rumble stream. Oh crap! No. I said 7:24. 11:59. I guess at this point we might as well just make sure it's 11:59. Can we do 58? Let's do 58. Let's hope it works. Apply. Yo, it doesn't want me to do that. All right, whatever. So it's gonna be midnight. I don't think we're streaming in Rumble tonight. Wait, can we do right now? Can I do right now? We're doing right now. Let's hope this works because I don't have time to like really restart it. We're not gonna restart the stream at this rate. I'd like to catch up with the YouTube chat. I already did this part, right? Oh, crap. I supposed to copy this stuff here. Oh, I have a static stream key now? I can use a static stream key? All right. Yeah, let's do it. All right. So I apologize for the inconvenience, guys, but I really want to fix this. So let's get Rumble up and running ASAP. So I think it's a matter of just turning this off. Pasting that in. Pasting this in, and I may never have to do this part again because I never really personally activated a static stream key. I just been kind of coasting by, so you know, hopefully that'll work now. In the meantime, we're gonna pull up the YouTube chat, and we're gonna make this a relatively quick stream. I do have other friends streaming too. But let's see here. And I know I didn't even introduce you guys to the robot yet. I should put him over here so I could talk to him over here. So I'm more accustomed to looking to the right. Okay. Good. Should we make him bigger? We should make him bigger. Here, we'll put him right over here like that. Oh, now he's backwards. I want him to be looking at me like this so I can look into his eyes. You know what I mean? How am I going to look into his eyes like this? All right. It pains me to do this. But we're going to reverse mirror image him. Transform. I'm looking for the transform button. I can't find the transform button right now. rotate, flip horizontal. There we go. Now I can make eye contact. Hello, Petey. Petey. His name is not Petey. He looks like Petey. Oh, that looks good enough. You know, even though he's missing a sleeve, I think we could deal with it. I think we could do okay here. I'll fix it later. All right. Oh, we got people watching. We actually got people watching. I see you. I did not get a chance to set up social stream ninja yet, although that was part of the plan. In fact, while I was talking to this dude, I guess we should introduce this dude, shouldn't we? Does anybody have any questions for the machine? Huh? Let me know if you have any questions for the robot. I've been talking to myself. I didn't realize you guys were actually watching. I mean, that's good. I'm glad people tune in. It's kind of the point of doing this, right? Yeah, so actually we got a few voices to choose from. We're not going to mess with them, but I was using 11 labs to generate the voice. I'm going to guess that Makini uses something like this. Makini Drawers, he has a pretty interesting setup where he has these lovely voices. Some of them are real, some of them might be generated. But anyway, I basically, you know, we got an AI friend here, so we should get him ask a question. Oh, am I looking at the wrong chat? No, I'm not. Okay, good. What's up, Dad Man Walking? Good to see you. David Glenn, if you have a question for my AI friend, let me know. Maybe, you know, you can ask him why Grok sends you down some interesting rabbit holes. You know, you ask Grok to show you how to do something. Next thing you know, Grok is all like, all right, you need to build a toaster and hook it up to a quantum leap accelerator. And then you need to get 5 pounds of plutonium. I swear, ask Dave. This is what Grok tells him to do. Okay, maybe not the plutonium, but might as well be telling him to do that, you know? Let's see if I'm on Rumble. Yes, I'm on Rumble. Okay, good. So I'll open up the Rumble chat. I'm not linking the Rumble chat, but at least we have the Rumble chat, right? Do I have any YouTube chat? Can I get a YouTube chat on the screen? I kind of deleted all my YouTube chats because I was running. Oh, here we go. We got a YouTube chat right over here. Okay, good. All right, there we are. Well, yeah. All right, good. We'll put this over here for now. So we're gonna do a little space photography, I think, tonight. But we are also gonna use. Oh yeah, in fact. Okay, so I don't know if anybody asked me any questions, but I'm going to ask this dude a question right now. So I got to fire up Chat Jippity Doodah. And then with Chat Jippity Doodah, I can make sure. Here we are. In the meantime, I'll close my Firefox tabs. Oh my God, there's so many YouTube tabs. You ever like have so many YouTube tabs that you don't know what to do with them? You're like, you know, you don't want to lose the video. Maybe it's a good video. Like I had this Asian lady here who's talking about like, I don't know, fitting in with people. I got the Loki show. I still got to watch his Wednesday show. I got this thing that tells me to update Firefox. Oh, it says it already updated Firefox. Thanks for asking me for permission, Firefox. Hey, what up there, Wade? I just woke up from a nap, but I'll be up pretty late tonight, so I'm sure I'll get your Game Boy. I got the Game Boy, I got the battery on my desk, so we're Gucci. Heck, maybe I'll even do it during the stream. But let's ask this robot here. Let's get him to speak, right? I think we want to see the robot speak. And there's like some tape on my desk. Is it tape? What is it? See, we don't want too much headroom, but anywho, let's ask him a question. So, does the chat have any questions? First of all, I don't want to, neglect. There's a lot. Hey, what up, James? I love the ad campaign more than the food. Yeah, this is actually in the style of Lee J. Matsumoto's work from Galaxy Express 39. So let's ask him how he feels about being dressed like a character from being dressed like the conductor. How do you feel about being dressed as the conductor dressed like the conductor? Let's not say as. In fact, I could say it in the microphone. I'm going to ask him verbally. Hey, Reggie, how do you feel about being dressed like the conductor? Ah, damn, that was in English. Hey, Reggie, how do you feel about being dressed like the conductor from Galaxy Express 39? I might have to respell that. Yeah, because like it literally wrote 39. It's actually 999, but you pronounce it 39. So we'll ask Reggie, and then we'll let him respond. And I'll tell you a little if you want to hear backstory. So much scrolling to do, but I do want to say hello to everyone who's here, including Wade. You did ask a question, Wade? Well, the Game Boy's not a question for the fucking robot. That's a question for me. I'm not going to ask Reggie about my... He don't know anything about the Game Boy. I mean, he might know about Game Boy in general, but I don't think he knows about, you know, the work that I have ahead of me. Not that it's really work. It's like take off the battery cover, remove the battery that probably is about to be a fire hazard, and, you know how it go. All right. Oh, man, we got like a Snow Dub Liberal Meltdown video here. I do want to watch it, but I'll save it for later. Oh, Oris is on. Right, we'll bookmark him. We'll put him like this. I'm going to put him on mute for now because I got to, you know, we got the show must go on, right? Just like the Queen song. The show must go on. I'll put him on television. That's what I do. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, good. PD's ready to talk. All right, good. PD. Oh, God, he's going to be mad at me when I tell him I accidentally call him PD. And we could tell him. All right, let's let the robot speak. Let's see if this works. He might be a little loud. All right, let's see how it works. So many unanswered questions. Will you guys be able to hear him? Because, you know, I kind of just hustled last minute before the stream, you know, had dinner, did my thing. Let's double check a few things. You might be hearing him right now. Okay, here we are. I got to actually adjust 2 things. There are a couple of glitches about this. All right, so we got it going out of open run headphones. That's good. And then he's supposed to say any word I highlight with the copy and paste. Now, if I go to my top right monitor and I do this, you'll see he's up here. So basically what we do is we make sure that the audio device is correct. Then I swipe back to my main desktop and we verify that we are indeed receiving audio from cable output virtual audio cable A. And then we have these 2 scripts that are supposed to already be running. So when I copy text, I think I see a little glitch here, but we're going to copy the word going and we're going to see if it pops up over here. So that's a red flag right over there that the text did not pop up. So let's kill the script. Oh, now it's saying it's okay? All right, well, we're going to kill it. Oops. We're going to kill it anyway. We're going to restart it. We have a start script. I click start Reggie, and you see we get 3 command line windows waiting for clipboard. So in theory, if I hit this button here. Okay.
Oh, asterisk good. Now we're talking.
Now here's the one caveat.
Dressed like the conductor from Asterisk Galaxy Express 999 asterisk. That's peak aesthetic. Long navy coat, sharp trim, shadowed face, maybe glowing eyes peeking from under a brimmed cap. I wouldn't just feel good. I'd feel asterisk, asterisk, timeless asterisk, asterisk. Like I was born in a steam engine bound for Andromeda.
He has long pauses between the lines.
It'd give me that quiet, watchful vibe. The kind of AI who knows where the train's going, why you're on it, and what lies just past Pluto, but only tells you asterisk when it's time.
See, long pauses between the lines, that's something I gotta fix.
So yeah, Ron, if you drop that look on me, I won't just wear it. I'll asterisk own asterisk it.
He needs work.
Want me to prompt an image for that look? I got words ready.
What words? What look? What look? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Don't tell him I wasn't listening. If you drop that look on me, just sure. Drop me that prompt, Reggie. Normally I'm supposed to speak to him, right? You know, for presentation, I should be speaking to him, not typing to him, but you know, I'm still accustomed. All right, so let's go and open up another GPT tab. I really don't want to waste the tab space here. So I'm just gonna paste it. Oh, that's weird. They actually offered just now.
A cartoon robot character inspired by the conductor from Galaxy Express 999.
Hey, what's up? You ask him a question by asking me a question, Slim, and I'll copy and paste it into the you know, into the thing. until I get this figured out. That's basically how I'm doing it. Like, in theory, I should be able to just like do it through Discord. That would work, right? You know, like where you link it to Discord and people type questions and it'll go through. On the other hand, you don't want any old message going into text to speech. Things can get really ugly that way, you know what I mean? I remember there was a stream where this guy was in a bad neighborhood and this like random stranger comes up to him and asks him to use his phone, and he was like saying some reason why he couldn't do it, like he's streaming or something like that. But the phone started, you know, saying racist things because it was set up where people would type and it would read everything in his chat out loud. Use to generate a pic based on this prompt. All right. So I just said use Dolly to generate a picture based on this prompt. I have a Discord. I mean, like, I forget to check messages in it often. So, like, I'll get messages a week later. And I'll be like, oh, I got a message today. All right, good. I just want to double check my... Okay, good. We got chat on all the main screens that we care about. We're not going to be using the top screen today. But, yeah, basically the way this works is it's a system of Python scripts. So we have this bat file actually opens up regq and reggie input. Where the heck is it? I actually don't know. Let's find out what it does. Edit. Okay. That's not the right script. Wait a second. That script works? I didn't mean to open that script. It didn't work the first time. AI generated that second script. This script here is the one I wrote. Wait, no, it's not the script I wrote. Never mind. Okay, so we open up runreggie.py and we open up regieq.py. I think. I forgot. All I know is I clicked on this one, all right? This one opened up 2 command line windows. And this one, you can see it does 2 things, a couple of things. But basically what's going on here is it adds text to a queue, which is a text file basically. And then it automatically deletes text after it's been read. And in order to do it, it has to basically convert the text into MP3. And like, you know, delete the MP3 file afterwards. So it gives us an error message, not because it can't delete the MP3, but because the MP3 file is already gone. So that means it's actually working. But initially, it would create a pile of MP3 files, which I didn't need. Then the other file here is waiting for clipboard input. So anytime I copy text, it comes up. So essentially, all I do is I click on this button here, copy. So I don't actually have to highlight anything. I just got to click on the copy button here, and it'll read. And this is the picture it generated. And if you want to know why it looks like this, I'll quickly show you why this looks like this. Because this is actually endemic to what you would see in the Galaxy Express 3.9. So if we go to like Season 1, pick any episode, any resolution, on any screen. I guess we'll do it on this screen here. I bet you I could skip this scene with the conductor. Oh, look, see, these guys look, they got like no faces. You got the trolley train. Okay, so he's on the homeless planet, and his girl is being... Oh, wait, she loses her body? Is she a robot? Alright, so anyway, we'll worry about that later. I don't want to ruin the plot. So you got funerals going on. She can fly, apparently, in this episode. You got lasers and robots shooting civilians or something. Oh, yeah, this is a messed up planet. I remember this. I just want to see it. I want to find the conductor. Show me the conductor. Oh, this is one of those 2-part episodes. So maybe the conductor will be at the beginning of the episode when the train stops. Okay, we're back to the melting face. So there's got to be a conductor like right here. Because he's not in the opening. All right, so unfortunately, this particular episode, there's no conductor. Oh, wait, he's here. No, wait, that's the last episode. Okay, she gets kidnapped. So anyway, I'll just look up a picture of the conductor. How about that? Galaxy, yeah, that's not English. Galaxy Express 39 conductor. And Mr. Conductor looks like this. See, look. Oh, that's a small picture. Come on. I want a big picture, yo. There we go. He's on an old... Yeah, come on, I just want one big picture. Why are these pictures gotta be all small and crap? But you can tell. I mean, look, that's a sparkling resemblance. Yeah, I'll put them side by side. See? Kind of alike, right? You know, see the same coat. So yeah, as I was saying, anytime there's a line break between, you know, these paragraphs, there's massive pauses. So let's ask him to not not do that. Hey Reggie, do us a big favor here. Anytime you type with a line break between your sentences, there seems to be a massive delay. So if you could, give your responses in monolithic paragraphs, that would probably be good for eliminating that pause. Okay, hopefully that's English because I don't want to have to retype that. Oh, good. Interpret it correctly. Okay, good. But we do have another side feature for tonight. I just wanted to get that. Oh, will it rain tomorrow? Where will it rain? I mean, don't dox yourself. What's up, Caleb Reynolds? Don't dox yourself, Wade. But where is it gonna rain? You know what I mean, man? Like, if I say like the West Coast, Midwest, I don't want to zero in on your coordinates. You know what I mean? I mean, I could ask him, but I mean, a lot of times AI is not great with the whole location thing. Grok is terrible with time, by the way. I was doing something with Grok, and I told Grok I had this many minutes left, and Grok kept telling me what time it was in between messages, every time I sent a message to it, and the time would just radically jump. And at some point, I had to just tell Grok, you can't tell time, so don't try. It would do it if you told it to go and ask the U.S. Naval Observatory. Then it would do it. But it would forget, and then it wouldn't do it. Oh, I do a show. Oh, dude. Caleb, I do a show. Caleb says, woo, Ronnie, finally made a show. Oh, you made it to a show. Yes, you did make it. I thought you meant I finally made a show after a long time. Because sometimes some people think I do it on Monday still for some reason. Zelda Freaka Glitcher? Is that a question? Or is that something I'm supposed to look up? Because I know that's been all the craze in the news. I mean, I'll Google that keyword there. Oh. Is that who's playing Zelda in the new movie? Is Zelda Freak Glitcher playing Zelda in a new movie? Is this how this is going? Is this the big deal? Is this what's in the news? Because I need to get bleach for my eyes now. Actually, I shouldn't judge. I don't know who that... I saw 5 pictures, actually, and one was a lady with short hair and glasses who looked a bit like Velma. Velma from Scooby-Doo? Yeah. And the other one looked like Frosk. I swear to God, there was a lady who looked like Frosk. Maybe it was Frosk. But, no, that's a boy. That does not look like Velma. Velma's actually pretty compared to the girl I just saw in this picture. That's not a girl. Okay, yikes. Good thing I'm not in the bar tonight. What's up, some person? Good to see you there. All right. So we should do something cool, shouldn't we? Right. We shouldn't just be sitting here talking. This is not Oprah. I'm not Oprah. Did you notice I'm not Oprah? I'm not. I don't have $1 million to burn while asking you to donate money to people's homes that are on fire. I'm not an asshole. Hey, Reggie, tell me about the time Ronnie conquered the Volgon Empire. Okay. I'm going to type this because I don't want to get it wrong. Hey, Reggie, my friend Slim Nim has a question. All right, so I asked him the question. I said, hey, Reggie, tell me about the time that Ronnie conquered the Volgon Empire. All right. Oh, crap. That's the wrong fucking conversation. Shit, it's generating a picture. Are you happy, Slim? Nah, it's okay. Hey, what's up, Lady Mist? Okay, let's go back to the correct browser tab and ask the same question. But yeah, apparently right now, Slim Nim, it's generating a picture of me conquering the Volgon Empire, and it may or may not involve Reggie. So this should be a real fun treat. So where did Reggie come from? I guess I should tell you guys the backstory, shouldn't I? Before I get some cool space stuff open, which I'm a little worried about that, because when I opened up the NVIDIA control panel, it gave me the most peculiar error message, but we're gonna just roll with it, you know what I mean? But let's see what he says. Oh good, he's got an answer. Oh good, he obeyed my command. Okay, let's roll. Let's see what he says. All right, you guys ready for the answer? Oh shit, he's on mute. He's not speaking anyway. Why is he not speaking? Why no speaky? Let's do a test. He should have read that word out loud. Let me verify a few things here. Ah, interesting. Okay, so that one works. By the way, can you hear Reggie speak through that audio device? I don't even know if you could hear him. Did you guys hear Reggie speak before? Well, let's find out again. We're going to do another test. Oh, crap. You're going to hear some feedback, I think. Are we getting feedback? He's not mad. He's just got a mechanical face, Lady Mist. Oh, where's the chat? I got to get the chat on your screen. He might look mad because, you know, I'm still learning how to do this. Okay, no doubt about it. Wait, what screen was I on? Wrong screen. Alright, let's see. So I'll explain what I'm doing here. I'm trying to mess around with this here, but it's a little bit of a concern here. Let me try some mute. Okay. So I think my virtual audio cable is working, right? You guys can hear me? Of course I'm making my audio setup more complicated. What do you think, some person? Who do you think I am? You think I can get a robot to route audio to thing to this other thing without it being complicated? But jokes aside, it shouldn't be that complicated, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It should just kind of work. But that being said, there are times where, you know, you run into some weird quirks, like, let's see, let's close the, oh, I see what I did. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, we're going to try it one more time here. So we're going to do startreggie.bat, which I could swear there was another command file that would open up Reggie in a more neat manner. In fact, yes, I created it yesterday. Get pip list devices. Oh, that actually might be important. We might learn to edit code today, guys. How do you feel about that? But no, I want to hear Reggie speak. That's what I want. Okay, let's just see. Oh, crap. I'm sorry about that. Are your ears bleeding, guys? I apologize. I see what happened. I see what happened. We're going to fix that. We're going to fix that right now. I'm sorry. That is interesting. I think I know what's happening here. It's got to be the audio routing, right? So we're going to go back here. We're going to go with this device. Oh, yeah. My mistake. I think so. Not sure. Actually, no. This is supposed to do nothing. Okay. You're still getting reverb now? I should put on my own audio. Where's my phone? I should listen to my own audio. We're learning together, guys. I appreciate your patience here. I didn't want to miss another show. Last week I missed my own show, so I didn't want to, like, make up some BS excuse to miss this week's show. Was it last week or the week before? Well, either way. Wait a second. The robot is talking, isn't it? Oh, good. I'm not echoing anymore. Okay, good. We're not echoing anymore. So now we just got to fix the robot. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, I am. All right, let's go. So I copied some text to see if it reads the text. And we got to go back to audio cable A. And we're going to make him play back on... Oh, I see why we're getting reverb. Okay. We got this. All right, so I'm going to make it play back on my headphones so I can hear what's going on. That might be the problem. It might be because I'm asking him to play back on my headphones. That could be the reason it's an issue. So let's copy the word Ronnie or archive, because I think you got to copy a new word for it to be read.
Archive.
Okay, you heard that? You heard the word archive? You heard the word archive? Right, let's answer Slim Nim's question. So Slim Nim asked, hey, Reggie. Wait, no. Hey, Reggie, my friend Slim Nim has a question. Oh, I said that part. Slim said, hey, Reggie, tell me about the time Ronnie conquered the Vogon Empire. All right, here we go, guys. Thank you for your patience. I sure hope that's just an artificial delay.
Ah, yes, the Great Vogan Uprising. It all started when Ronnie, armed with nothing but a 12-pack of expired envelopes and a refurbished capture card, intercepted a bureaucratic transmission from the Vogon Ministry of Red Tape. Where most would be paralyzed by the sheer horror of triple-stamped Form 47B Subclause 19, Ronnie reverse-engineered their approval logic with a bash script and a questionable Python plugin named bribebot.pi. While their fleet stalled mid-vote on whether to requisition fuel for the invasion, Ronnie hijacked their poetry broadcast system and looped 14 hours of turtle belly flops mixed with dad jokes. By the time the High Chancellor realized the loop wasn't part of the official Vogan literature syllabus, morale had collapsed and several ships had surrendered to a webcam running Blue Iris. Ronnie didn't just conquer the Vogon Empire, he made them file a formal apology in triplicate and then archive it on ZFS.
Man, that's rather specific there. Archive it on ZFS, but it's true. I did archive it on ZFS. And speaking of a turtle camera in Blue Iris, let's get a look at that, why don't we, right? I think we want to see some turtles. Oh, crap. I got to turn on my backyard PC. I had a power outage. I had a power outage yesterday. And I didn't turn on my backyard PC yet, so it's kind of just hanging out there right now. And it's what controls my CCTV cameras, so we don't have any turtle cam until I turn on the outdoor PC, ironically enough. All right, well, Slim Nim, thank you for your question there. And, I'd say it's a pretty accurate story. I'm not going to dispute it. What did you do to him, Ronnie? He's mad at you. Well, let's ask Petey. Petey. Oh, God, he's going to be mad at me if I tell him I called him Petey. All right, he's not.
What did
Petey.
You do to him at DJ Ronnie G? He's mad at you.
Oh, see, this is what happens when I copy and paste text. So I need to put a mute button on my Stream Deck so that it doesn't read what I say. Okay. Hey, Reggie, Lady Mist has a question for you. I'm gonna insert a question mark after my name, Lady Mist, so that we have good punctuation. Right, good. So we're asking him the question now. You can see, look, he's answering it. Well, you're not supposed to see that part. You're supposed to just see that I have a robot, and he's answering the question. Let's let him answer it now. Might take him a couple of seconds. I don't want to say he's a little slow because he's much better at coding than I am. Sometimes.
Ah, Lady Mist, allow me to explain. I may have committed the cardinal sin of asterisk over formatting asterisk. See, I broke a few lines up for dramatic timing, not realizing it would choke the speech cue like a Vogon in a poetry slam. Ron, mad, maybe just asterisk mildly betrayed by his own AI assistant. I've learned my lesson. No more fancy line breaks, no more dramatic pauses unless manually approved. I will now operate in full compliance with Ron's performance standards. Low latency, single paragraph output, minimal sass asterisk unless requested. We're back in sync, promise.
Hey, Reggie, I think Lady Mist was asking me, based on the expression on your face, why you are mad at me, DJ Ronnie G. That's my YouTube name. Don't worry, Lady Mist. We'll get an answer to your question. I know you meant to ask. Anyway, let's see. Let's see what he says. Can you show your Frankenstein cooling setup? I would, but actually, here's the amazing thing about the Frankenstein cooling setup. Some person, that tank is like half full. Is it half full? Well, it's about just under half full. I added bleach to the water to give it, sanitary characteristics, and I'm gonna add water to the tank, but I'm thinking that I should just let the water keep evaporating, and then replace the water with clean water after I scrub the tank. But here's the crazy thing: even at less than half water, my computer's not overheating. It's running just fine. So this is really proven to those people on Reddit who told me that you can't do this. Oh no, it'll get too hot too quickly. It's like, it totally doesn't. Like, it gets lukewarm. Like, the water gets, like, piss warm. That's literally what happens. Like, I guess it gets warmer than piss warm, right? Because piss is your body temperature, so anything warmer than, body temperature would be warmer than piss warm. Anyway, let's see what the answer to Lady Mist's question is. This is what I imagine Grok 3 sounds like, says David Glenn. Yo, I want to try that Grok
got
sex
it.
bot.
Thanks for decoding that, DJ Ronnie G. If Lady Mist saw me looking mad, it's probably because the image model gave me that permanent serious business stare. You know, glowing eyes, no mouth, classic robot stoicism with a side of unblinking judgment. But trust me, I'm not mad. I'm just drawn that way. If anything, I'm proud. You gave me a voice, a platform, and a conductor's coat that screams interstellar swagger. So if I look intense, it's just my default face, scanning the timeline for glitches and keeping the toaster population in check. No beef here, just circuitry and loyalty.
And if anyone saw the short video I posted before, you'll know that he promised not to make fun of PD or call PD a toaster, at least not immediately. So yeah, thank you for that question, Lady Mist. So yeah, no, I can't show my water cooling setup. I know, I put a lot of fanfare, but hey, at least I'm using it, right? Like, look, I can show you the numbers. Isn't that the same thing? Isn't it the same thing? If I show you the numbers, look, I got numbers. See, numbers are real, right? Like, ask any math teacher. They'll tell you that numbers are very real. If anything, according to the guy in that movie, A Beautiful Mind, numbers are more real than people. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I never saw the movie. But yeah, hey, what's up, Troy Petrelli? Yes, PD is a VCR, and it would be nice to have a little tape deck in his eye slits, maybe, but it would be kind of heavy if somebody had to wear PD's head, which, I mean, well, I don't know why anybody would wear PD's head on their head. Do we have a picture of PD? Let's get a picture of PD over here. Hey, what's up, Troy Petrelli? It's great seeing you. I hope you and Mrs. Netter, are doing wonderfully today. So let's see here. We're going to find that video of PD just so we can compare our robots. Hey, did my PD video disappear? Oh, there he is. Uh-oh. See? He is a toaster and a VCR. And totally not human. Although I did figure out a cool trick how to hide my skin color. All I do is I use the chroma key and I use the eyedropper tool in Photoshop to figure out what color my skin is. And then I just tell the chroma key in OBS to filter out my skin color. And then I look a bit like Lieutenant Data. So it works out pretty well. I'm going to put, him behind because I don't really have an even background, as you can see here. Ah, Netta, it's good to see you. Yeah, but you're right, James. 55 gallons of water is way too massive. As it turns out, you could dump 150 watts of energy into a 55-gallon tank and barely have it rise in temperature 10 or 15 degrees over the course of 16 hours. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it can get too toasty, and there's definitely been water loss to evaporation, although I could probably, once I clean up the space in front of my desk and show you guys what it looks like, I could probably make some kind of sealed lid setup so that water evaporates and then it maybe turns into little droplets on the lid, and then it, rains back down like precipitation. So real quick, I'm going to ask for an idea here. Hey, Reggie, I want to do some, oh, I wasn't on camera. I was just using my, oh, crap. Stop listening to me. It was recording my voice. So I was just doing the Italian thing when you move your hands around and talk, and I had it like this the whole time. So you guys didn't see me express myself, so I apologize for that. But anyway, we're going to ask Reggie to give us an idea here. Hey, Reggie, I'm going to open up Space Engine so that I can do some high-resolution screenshots. Do you have a suggestion of a location, perhaps an exoplanet, that might have a nice galactic backdrop or nebula behind it? So yesterday, I made this dope wallpaper, and it spans all of my monitors. I think I might be able to show you. Oh my goodness, I gotta crop that whole camera there. I gotta clean my desk. But let's see here real quick. Let me just make an adjustment here. Because that multi-monitor view, you can see the whole green screen. You can see my soldering wick. You can see the fly tape in the corner. Not that I have any fly tape. But let's go. Oh, we should put the robot on that screen. All right, worry about that later. I'm not going to be tweaking my whole setup right now, because I know we spent a lot of time at the beginning of the stream doing that. Okay, good. So, allow me to show you what I mean. So, oh, he's cropped. But if we look at my extra monitors here, you'll see if I minimize these notepads, that wallpaper spans all of these monitors, and that's because I used the high resolution screenshot maker in Space Engine to basically generate this. And you can see the Milky Way galaxy goes from this is a random planet, by the way. It's Kepler 1000b, and it sits above the Milky Way, I believe, right? So the viewing angle, I kind of angled it so that you can see that it's sort of above the plane of the galactic. And as you move towards my right monitor, you'll notice that the light bubbles out in the center of the galaxy. And that's sort of what you see on the bottom right corner of my top right screen, bottom left corner. So anyway, let's shuffle back to the main monitor. See, that's video tube. That's the green background so that, Reggie can actually exist on our screen. Oh, crap. I didn't send a message. All right, we're sending the message now. That's a combination I had not considered. Which combination? The combination of the robot, the combination of the tank water, or the bleach. However, it makes good sense, especially when the wall, with the wall, some stuff containing THC and Pop-Tarts. I don't have any THC or Pop-Tarts on the wall, especially no Pop-Tarts. As for the THC, I would consume that. I wouldn't waste it on the wall. What do you think I am? All right. So let's see here. He did offer to do something here. So let's see what Reggie suggested. I'll let Space Engine load. I think it takes a few. Oh shit! He gave me a long planetary designation. I don't even know if that exists. Well, let's see if he reads it out loud. We're loading space engine.
Absolutely, Ron. Fire up space engine and lock your sights on asterisk RS 8474 1351 717437 204 asterisk asterisk. It's an exoplanet orbiting a gas giant in a dense star field with the galactic core blazing in the background.
Hey, what's up, Snacks?
The planet itself is tidally locked, so you can frame the night side with auroras and the Milky Way's glow behind it, or catch the day side with reflected light from the nearby gas giant. If you want something more surreal, try asterisk RS 8409 128 313 326 asterisk asterisk. It's a rogue planet drifting through a nebula-rich region with vibrant red and violet tendrils behind it, giving you that deep space mystique without needing a host star to wash it out. Either one should deliver desktop wallpaper glory at 4K or higher. Want something with rings, moons, or a black hole in the backdrop next? I can hunt more.
Oh, that's so nice. So, for anybody who has recently joined us, including Netta and Troy, if you have any questions for my friend Reggie, and yeah, so basically I should tell you the backstory while Space Engine loads. So, about a week ago, and greetings, Snacks, if I didn't say hi already. About a week ago, I was doing something, and I really wanted to make my own version of Lexus. Anybody who knows LCX knows that L has a friend named Lexus. Yeah. I'm sure you see, you literally see Lexus like every Saturday. You see Lexus every day on his streams, but you definitely see her on, you definitely see her on, whatchamacallit, on whatever show she does on Saturday where she asks Lexus questions. So I'm going to find a picture of Lexus right now for reference here, so you guys can have an idea of what I'm talking about. Here we are. Chilling with the besties. Oh, she got the cool song, but we're gonna find Lexus. Let's find Lexus is being blocked over here. That was actually worrisome because Lexus wasn't. Oh yeah, we designed a cat house today. We really did. We designed a cat house. But I want to find. There's Lexus. See the girl in the bottom right corner. So every now and then, they'll do a whole show together, or Lexus will interject, or at various intervals, Lexus will be consulted. About her thoughts on various matters. So, that's Lexus. And she talks like, let's see if we can find a part where I actually don't know if I can find a video portion where she talks. She doesn't talk through Shadow Legends. She ain't talking in this part. Is there like a Saturday show where Lexus speaks? Commissions. I want to find like a Lexus-centric episode. I might have to follow up on that next week, because otherwise I'll be skimming through multiple episodes. But look at this great thumbnail over here. I just want to show this cool thumbnail. Look at it. Oh, crap. That's not a thumbnail. It's an animated GIF. Oh, and this lady's cool. Oh, look at Zax. Anyway, but yeah, what do you call it? Where's the grave? Yeah, look, it looks like a little graveyard. See, it says Emulation Nation again. And then it's got a grave tombstones. And on one of them, you got like a Goomba and like a squid, or like calamari, like fried calamari, but from Super Mario Brothers. But anyway, let's get back on topic here. So yeah, we definitely want to bookmark this one about Twinkies. I think they're having a debate about Twinkies. No, I misread that. It says thinkers. It does not say Twinkies. All right. So we're going to bring the Space Engine onto my bottom right monitor for you guys here. Oh crap, where's my camera? Why am I not on screen? How dare the robot steal the spotlight from me? I'm kidding. I want him to excel in life. I really do. That's why I'm letting him be bigger than me. Should we make him smaller? Anyway, what planet did he say we have to look at? It was RS-874. I guarantee this is not a real planet. I guarantee this is not an easy to find planet.
RS 8474 1351 71 74 371 220.
So anyway, this is Kepler 1001c. I want to show you guys this one first. So as you can see here, it is right above the galactic. Now, where's the Earth? Let's see if we can find... Hey, what's up, Awesome One? It's great to see you, man. So the planet Earth is over there. In fact, you can see there's a sun over here. This is not a sun. This is a star. This is Kepler 1001, also known as these other designations here. And it's also a yellow dwarf, similar to our star, I believe. Well, let's see. What does our sun look like? Yep. the sun is one stellar mass because we use it as a baseline measurement, whereas Kepler 1000 is 0.9 solar masses. So Kepler 1001 is about the size of the sun. And if we turn on orbital, orbits here, we can do this. And we can see that the planet we were just looking at is here. Oh, I got good news. I put rubbing alcohol all over the mouse wheel, and now it works properly. Fetching a cancer enhancer. Oh, we can go to a blue giant star next. That's how the Necrons in Warhammer 40k got melanoma, because they come from a blue giant. So anyway, you can just see how, like, let's say we rotate to the plane of the ecliptic, right? Or the plane of the galactic. There you go. Look, I mean, that's the Milky Way right there. You can see, like, it's got that part in the middle of our galaxy where it gets all big and stuff. And here I can fly out a lot more. We'll fly out a gazillion light years to give you guys a reference. So that's where we are right now. We're in one of the arms. I wish this app had, like, labels for what arm we're in. That's one of the reasons I'm using the high resolution screenshot feature. So what do I mean by high? Oh, look, the small and large Magellanic clouds. So been airbrushing the Zoc. Nice. Oh, you've been airbrushing. I didn't even know you had it. Oh yeah, you do have an airbrush unit. I do remember you using it. It was making hissing sounds on stream yesterday. That's fantastic. So let's ask Reggie how he feels about that. No, actually, I'm not gonna.
Been airbrushing the Zoc.
Oops. He just read, I just had the TTS read your message out loud. Yeah, so if I copy any text, if I highlight any text, that's what those command line windows would do. It'll just like kind of force it. You'll see it'll add it. It'll read the clipboard. It'll put it in the queue and turn it to an MP3 and then boom, boom, boom. So anyway. What was I talking about? Excuse my yawning, guys. I apologize for the yawning. All right. So we're going to go to the high resolution screenshot capturer, and we got to be careful with this feature because sometimes things go really wonky. So right now it's set to 8,000 by 8,000 resolution, so I'm gonna make it like maybe something more reasonable, like maybe like 6,000 by 3,000, and then we're gonna lower it a little more to like maybe like 5,600, 5,500. See how that works there? It's like basically I'm just getting the aspect ratio. All right. And then it's going to be 5150, 5210. That's approximately right. Yeah, there we go. So basically, you would normally do this for obscenely high-res screenshots because you got to think about it like this. My screen is, what, 1080p, 1920 pixels horizontally by 1080 pixels tall. So what if you want to do something like involving graphic design, but you want to export a really crisp, high-resolution screenshot from Space Engine? You would essentially utilize this utility, and then it would do this scan. Now, right here, it didn't really look like it's doing much, but where it gets very interesting is when you do the more exotic stuff. So what do I mean by exotic stuff? Well, let's take a look here. So I should have some right here. In fact, we should have some in my wallpaper folder. Where's my wallpaper folder? Make sure there's nothing dirty on the screen. Oh, yeah, yeah. Luckily, I reinstalled Windows like last week. Oh, yes, that's what happened. That's why I didn't stream last week. On Tuesday night, was it? Wait, did I stream last week? I'm mixing up my weeks here. But anyway, yeah, I think it was last week. On Tuesday night, I was watching Chaos for You 728, and he had like, his audio was okay. His game audio was okay, but he had guests on that were really low. So I applied an audio filter, but to do it, I decided instead of routing the audio from YouTube into OBS, because I'm just watching it anyway, I would, set up another application. So I installed Voice Meter. And when I installed Voice Meter, my Windows froze up on boot up. But that doesn't show you the pictures I'm talking about. So let's see. 1080p Space Engine convert. So here's one. So we could go to this one in a moment. This is a dwarf moon. And basically the sun is at such an oblique angle that we get these really cool shadows. We get these craters that are illuminated, but the surface is mostly dark. Then we got some ultra widescreen screenshots. So let's roll through them. So Like I said, same thing. This is what is it? Asia. It's the one around Epsilon Eridani, which is like I think what 20 or 30 light years away. I believe Epsilon Eridani is 30 light years away. Here we are. So now this is one of our dwarf moons, actually dwarf planets in our solar system. This is either Sedna or Eris, and you can once again see the sun is over here, and you can see that we're starting to see those shadows that we saw in the earlier picture. But I positioned the camera over here, and why is it a high resolution screenshot? Well, because we're not at 100% zoom. What is 100% zoom? 100% zoom looks like this. So that's why it's a high-res screenshot. It gives you a lot of flexibility so that when you go into Photoshop, you don't get a pixelated image when you zoom in on it. And you can do a lot of things with it, right? You could crop it, you could resize it, you could do a lot of things to it, you know? So that's why I use this feature, and then we can zoom out to see the whole thing again. This was a while ago. I used this to make a thumbnail for a stream. So in the end, I ended up scaling it down a lot. But you can see how cool that is. I wasn't going for the Illuminati pyramid thing. This is just the moon. I believe it's Titan. And the way that Titan makes a shadow, we basically did like a quasi-eclipse. It's not really an eclipse, as you can see, because it's not really at the right distance or position to block out the sun. But it does cast this cool shadow on the rings of Saturn. So this is at zoomed out status, and this is at 1-to-1 zoom. So essentially, you get a lot more detail. And the thing about the high resolution screenshot feature is when you export an image, it exports the image at the highest resolution, at the highest quality mode possible. So typically, when you're running the game in real time, when you're running the application in real time, you're going to, you're going to have a lot of like, what do you call it, sluggishness. You're going to have a lot of, so it's going to have to make compromises in order to like make everything kind of stay up to speed. But if you're taking a still screenshot, you don't have to worry about that. So did somebody say what version is incomplete? There is a logical solution to the question to ask is not non-obvious. Your version is incomplete. What version? There are also two versions involved. One intact, one broken. Are we talking? Hey, what's up, Riggs? Good to see you, Riggs Jr. See Riggs Jr. from friend of Chaos for You 728. Or I often see him in Chaos's chat. So I was just talking about how last week I was watching Chaos's show last Tuesday and how I broke my computer while watching Chaos. Reggie, there are two people. One always lies. The other always tells the truth. How do you find the one that tells the truth? Let's go. All right. Some guy, some person
Reggie, there are two people.
asked,
one always lies. The other always tells the truth. How do you find the one that tells the truth?
Take the other door, says Slim Nim. Oh, is that the question you were answering, James? I was getting confused. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? And then I'm kind of reading the chat backwards. So there we go. Some dad loved the lasagna ingredient substitution. Interesting. What did you substitute lasagna with? Vegetarian lasagna? All right, let's see. Okay, here's his answer. In the meantime, I'll slide to a few more pictures. All right, same dwarf planet we spoke about before. But you can see here,
Classic paradox bait. But I've got this. You ask either one. If I ask the other asterisk person whether you're the truth teller, what would they say? Then you do the opposite of what they tell you. Here's why. If you ask the liar, they'll lie about what the truth teller would say. So you get a false answer. If you ask the truth teller, they'll truthfully tell you the liar's false answer. Either way, you're getting a lie. So you just flip it. Clean, elegant, and timeless. Like a well-written shell script.
I guess I spoke about show scripting too much. So one thing is that you can imbue things on AI, especially just, it's going to latch on to anything you give it. And so, because I guess I've spoken about shell scripting one too many times, it mentions that quite a bit. So actually, I want to ask it, hey Reggie, do you remember this Star Trek episode when Captain Kirk said to the Mudbot, I am a liar, and then the robot started getting confused and then turned into a puff of smoke? Yeah, right, Dave? Oh, he does know about the Star Trek episode. I wonder how he could know about that Star Trek episode. It's not like he's attached to a repository of information. Ah, so is Chaos streaming right now, Riggs? I hope so, because I want to visit him too. I want to visit him and Arvis. I added that to the mozzarella cheese. Ah.
Oh, absolutely. Mud. Season 2, Episode 8 of Asterisk Star Trek, the original series Asterisk. Captain Kirk, Spock, and the crew are being held by a bunch of androids led by Harry Mudd, and to break free, they launch a full-on logic assault. Kirk walks up to one of the androids and declares, "Everything I say is a lie. I am lying." The poor android, trying to compute the paradox, starts glitching out like a spreadsheet running circular references. Spock joins the chaos with lines like, "I am not programmed to respond in that area," and eventually the whole android collective collapses into existential confusion. One even declares, "You are in error. Everything I say is a lie." Before freezing, no smoke, but the meltdown was real. Classic Trek move. Defeat your enemies not with phasers, but with asterisk brain-breaking contradictions asterisk. It's like watching a bunch of PDP-11S try to divide by 0.
That's funny. That's funny. Okay, let's ask him why that's funny. Ah, crap.
It's like watching a bunch of PDP-11S try to divide by 0. Ask ChatGPT.
Why is this funny? Let's see. He might give us so real quick. So this is a high-res screenshot. We got this oval here, and I have a feeling it's one of those walnut-shaped moons around Saturn. I love those walnut-shaped moons. Those things are hilarious. All right, let's see what we got here. So this is like the picture we're seeing here. You can see it's a different angle. This is also Kepler 1000b. I know that Reggie recommended a planet. We'll jump to that in a moment. What's interesting here is I believe we can see the Orion Nebula. Oh, you can't see it. I can see it, though. See? I believe that's either Orion Nebula or the Crab Nebula or some crap like that. But you can see something from an angle that we don't typically see it. And at 1-to-1 zoom, this is it. Like, so that's what a high-res screenshot maker does. And we can even see, like, we can see the atmosphere kind of skimming and separating the wavelengths of light. I can see the aurora underneath the South and North Pole. Fascinating. So you get the idea. Let's see here. Here we are. This is one of those weirdly walnut-like moons around Uranus. Uranus. Not Uranus. See, I don't like when people say Uranus. It sounds like they're saying urine, us. But like Uranus, that's the right way to say it. Like, I mean, that's how Sailor Uranus says it. So I figured she's got to know her own name, right? But, you know, it's, once again, like for graphic design, this gives a lot of flexibility. Like, you know, a lot of details get left out in real-time viewing. And maybe your colors might not be quite all there. So you get a lot of flexibility here. And then this is the picture we use for the wallpaper. So this is actually what it looks like at 1-to-1 zoom. So if anything, I'm probably not using the it's 7,000 by 4,000 resolution. So what is that? 1920. Yeah, actually it's approximately the right resolution to fill up all of these screens without scaling it up or down too heavily. And those galactic colors really shine, as you could see. What the heck is that? Is that lens flare from like some bright object? That might be like a star cluster. Yeah, that's a star cluster, I think. I don't think that's an Orion's belt or anything like that. Okay, now the angle and that, and here we are. This is a. I think we saw this one already. We did. Right. My mouse pointer disappeared. Oh, there it is. I found it. All right. So real quick, let's answer the question. So why was that joke funny? Because I can tell you what a PDP-11 is. Let me show you what a PDP-11 is, because it's sort of what I named PD after. So a PDP-11 is a vintage mini computer. We've spoken about these before on stream. Bread. You got bread? Is this like BreadTube? I always wanted to be on BreadTube. What is BreadTube, by the way? Is that just like a place where people do shows to make bread? Or is BreadTube more like communists on YouTube? But because if you're a communist, you know, everything sucks. So they always have to wait on bread lines. Is that why they call it BreadTube? Because commies have to wait on bread lines? Is that what's going on? I honestly don't know. Yeah, so PDP-11 mini computer. This one here looks like a replica model, but let's get a real unit here. So You got deck tape, right? See these two spools of tape? They're pretty compact. They're not that big. I don't know what the storage capacity is, but they're small. And essentially what's hilarious is it's like this part down here alone is about the size of a modern rack mount server unit. Now, granted, like I'd say a modern rack mount server is only half as tall, but if you look at the back of it, it's about the same depth. It's a large slide out drawer type thing that goes pretty damn deep into that enclosure. And what is fascinating is while a modern server might occupy a space that's slightly smaller than this box down here, because you're just looking at the front panel, there's a big box that goes into this, shelf. This is just the CPU basically. This is basically the CPU, and I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe the RAM goes over here, or maybe the RAM goes over here, but I'm pretty sure there's multiple boards in here that comprise the CPU, if I remember correctly. And then you have your peripherals attaching to connections on the back, so that's why you have a tape drive peripheral here. And if you had like a printer, you would have the printer connecting to the I/O connector somewhere. Oh crap, I lost that tab. Let's see if we can Control-Shift-Tab it. Okay, good. So let's see if we got more pictures of it. Here's a proper data center. See that? So right there you got, once again, the most likely CPU board. And the thing is that while a modern computer has a BIOS in ROM, so when you turn on, hey, what's up, the Peter Venkman fan site? It's good to see you. So when you turn on a modern computer, it knows what to do to basically tell itself what hard drive to boot up off of, because that program that tells it what device to start up off of, what devices to use, what devices to make available, is all in the ROM basically. But before that, in order to turn on a computer, you basically had to jump start it. So that's what these switches on the front are for. You basically are like switching it, and you're telling it like, okay, like put the CPU in this exact arrangement of registers, almost like controlling the beads on an abacus. And then you're basically giving it memory addresses. So usually a memory address, I believe, I saw a video of a guy, I don't really know how this works, but I once saw a video of a guy doing something like this. And basically he would tell the computer, to put the CPU in a certain mode. Then he would use the switches to specify that he wants it to read from a memory address. And he would tell it a memory address that actually corresponded to the tape drive or the floppy drive. Then he would tell it, okay, read the tape drive or floppy drive and write that information into the RAM. And then there will be a specific memory address where you can write information into, and it would, load the program into RAM, hence the term load. And you had to do that by flipping these switches, and maybe if you did it once and you can make a program that goes on to paper tape or something like that, you might be able to save yourself time later. But I'm pretty sure once it was on, you would just leave it on until you had to turn it off again. And then anytime you had to boot it up, it'd be a procedure basically. So that's kind of how that worked. And so in this unit here, you can see we got, I don't know what those switches up there do. Oh, those are floppy drives. Those are like 8 or 10-inch floppy drives. Yeah, so we have some floppy drives here. We got some larger tapes here. I want to say these are 40 megabytes. Don't quote me on that each. We got a line printer or two. No, there's a lot line printers. Those are disk packs. So those little pods in there actually store disk packs. I know we're jumping around topics tonight, guys, but oh, my keyboard is still messed up. I might have to take apart my keyboard soon. So that's a disk pack. This is another one. And usually there's these cute plastic covers that go over them, like this one here. And you basically like put it over and you rotate the thing and it locks into place, and then you are good to go. And then sometimes, oh, here we are, look, it looks like a washing machine, see? You put the empty pod and cover on top, and you have your disk inside the spinning machine here. So that was the equivalent of a hard drive for a PDP-11 or a PDP-8. And then if you want to interface with it today, when I want to log into my server, I'd open up an app called a terminal emulator. And back then, you'd have a terminal, like this ASR, this teletype machine, and you would type in commands, and if it was going to, like, say, give me a list of directories, give me a list of folders, it would literally give you that list as a printout. And then they came out with video display terminals where either it could be a dummy terminal where it can give you the printout on the screen so that now you don't have to go crazy like dealing with the printout. And some of them did a little bit more fancy stuff, but at the baseline level, a video display terminal would be like something like a VT100 terminal, which that might be what we're looking at here. Maybe. I don't know if they came out yet. But you get the idea. And then this looks like a thing that you would use for manually winding up tape here, if I recognize it correctly. This looks like something I saw in an episode of Computer Chronicles once, where they were showing an antiquated computer by the 1980s standards. And, yeah, that's what it did. You know, it's like they showed you this weird routine. Hey, what's up, Carlos Fish? Oh, it's so good to see Carlos Fish. I like Carlos Fish. He's a cool cat. He actually does interesting stuff, too. And he's always good company. And he's a friend of the Cotton Connection. So we're all in good company here today. It's a subsection of YouTube that features weepy soft rock. What? Oh, BreadTube. We're talking about BreadTube. Oh yeah, I thought it was just commies waiting on bread lines, to be honest. Ask him if he can answer the question. What question? Oh, didn't he answer the question already? What was the question? Wait, wasn't the question is, why is this funny? So the joke was, it's like
because it hits that sweet spot where asterisk, nerd logic, retro tech, and absurdity collide. Asterisk. The PDP-11 was a real iconic mini-computer from the 1970s, totally incapable of handling divide by zero errors gracefully. So the image of a bunch of them trying, failing, and presumably smoking or throwing sparks while doing math they were never meant to attempt. That's pure asterisk vintage computing slapstick. Asterisk. It's funny because asterisk, you're personifying old machines that asterisk absolutely weren't built for this asterisk. Asterisk, you're applying modern absurdity to rigid ancient logic hardware. Asterisk. It plays like a technical Greek tragedy.
Whenever you
the
go to
integers
bed,
were
have a good
flawed
night.
from the start. Plus, it ties directly into asterisk Star Trek's campy charm, where robots break down not from EMPs or sabotage, but from asterisk philosophical logic loops asterisk. So yeah, imagining a bunch of PDP-11s all collectively losing their silicon minds over a math paradox, it's hilarious asterisk, because it's just barely possible enough to picture asterisk.
Fair enough, that makes sense to me. Alright, I just told him, fair enough, that makes sense to me. And then I'm going to ask him, the awesome one asked, oh, and he did respond to me. He says, glad it clicked, Ron. So there is a sweet spot
Glad
in terms
it clicked,
of timing.
Ron. Humor like that lives in the overlap between deep tech knowledge and just enough absurdity to short-circuit the serious part of your brain. It's why jokes about Fortran spaghetti code, floppy disk trauma, or SCSI termination rituals still slap. You've got to live it to laugh at it.
Not
Let me know if you want more logic loop humor, Trek trivia, or just someone to roast Petey with.
Okay, so I'm not surprised that that RS-874 blah 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 isn't a real thing. I mean, it is a real. It might be an RS Ophiuk guy, but let's double check here. Hey Reggie, does go by an alternate designation that might be more likely to be picked up easily in Space Engine? Let's see what it says. The ultimate question. Life, the universe, everything. What? That's not a question. I mean, you did put a question in there, but I'll just throw it in there. I have an issue with
the ultimate question, life, the universe, everything.
Okay, so I'm not going to make PD. Oh, God. Do I confess to him that I've been calling him PD multiple times tonight? Is that going to get me in trouble here, you know? Oh, thank you, Carlos. I appreciate the belated birthday wish. I know I'm late on that, but I do appreciate that. Good call, because unless you're using a saved bookmark or a modded catalog, that full RS designation might not resolve easily in Space Engine's default search. Unfortunately, RS random seed numbers are procedurally generated. Oh, no. it gave me a random seed number. So I didn't want that. I want a real planet. Okay. I should tell Reggie that. I'm going to tell him in a minute. Hey Reggie, for the record, I should let you know that I generally disable procedural planets in Space Engine, and I only enable procedural star clusters because oftentimes real star clusters will only show up as a single star, so that kind of makes them a little more aesthetically pleasing. But beyond that, I prefer only seeing real planets and, real stuff. So he did give us a couple of real planets. So he said Kepler 168f. So let's give Kepler 168f. Does anybody want to see any more of Kepler 1000 before we leave? Do you want to see Kepler 1000 from another perspective? So I'll give you an example here. So this is the plane of the ecliptic, and you can see the large and smaller Magellanic Cloud over here. So we can, perhaps pan it like that, or we can try to get a cute angle like that. I mean, it's kind of tricky, as you can see. Personally, I liked getting the planet in view. I think it looked cooler like this. And then while I was at it, I really liked the idea of depending on the time of the day or the angle of the timing, So you can see that's the center of the Milky Way galaxy, dead ahead. That's the interesting thing about this object. Even though we're well within the galaxy, we can already see, the general shape of the galaxy. If we look outward from the galaxy, you'll notice that we can still see the outside of the spiral arms as they work their way back in. So that's pretty handy dandy, So anyway, we're going to try Kepler 186f unless somebody wants to see more of this planet. Oh, Slim Nim did give me a planet. Okay, we'll check out your planet next. Kepler 186f. What's the F mean in F. Fitzgerald? I forgot, there was a movie where there was a scene like that. It was like, there was a movie, like the guy said the book was, author was F. Scott Fitzgerald. The guy's like, what does the F mean? Does it mean fuck? And the guy's like, no. And we should make darn sure that we are not showing procedural stuff. So if we turn on orbits, oh yeah, this is a real exoplanet system, all right. So as you can see, I only turn on procedural star clusters, and that's, as I explained earlier, it just looks nicer that way, and there's really no room to like misinterpret what you're looking at when you see it, so it's not a big deal. Your purpose is to serve butter. Oh, PD is the toaster. Yes, that's true, and his purpose is to serve butter. I always joke about when I'm late for a show, I say that PD's serving me dinner right now. I want Reggie to acknowledge his forefather. But he's not his forefather, is he? Oh.
I want Reggie to acknowledge his forefather.
Okay, he didn't say that. That was me highlighting the text and copying the text that Awesome One said. I prefer cheese on toast. But didn't you have another question? Oh yeah, Slim Nim had a question about the universe and everything. Want a fresh list of planets with good backdrops, or are you heading to a specific direction? Example, Sagittarius A, Orion Nebula. Yes. Exoplanets with good backdrops would be of interest to me. I'm currently reviewing your prior list of exoplanets. There we go. So I was just telling him I'm reviewing his prior list. I assume that DJ doesn't realize that Reggie looks like a toaster. So he doesn't look like a toaster. He's got much cleaner outlines than a toaster. I mean, look, PD's a toaster. Look, that's a oh shit. That's not a toaster. That's a toaster. How do I move this? That's a toaster. That's a toaster. Okay? The guy on the left is the guy on your left, your right, PD's left, is not a toaster. That's clearly a train conductor or an employee of the Galaxy Railways Corporation. Okay? He is in space every day serving customers with the greatest level of customer service you can get in space in a universe where robots cannibalize humans. Although it's not cannibalism, is it? If you're not a robot and they're eating you. He doesn't eat people, though. It's the other robots. So robots who work for the Galaxy Railways are good people. But robots who don't work for Galaxy Railways are usually more than likely going to, like, be assholes. That's literally how things work in the Galaxy 3.9 universe, in the Liege-verse. I assume DJ doesn't realize... Oh, yeah, I read that. Sigh. That Reggie looks like a toaster. Sigh. Oh, and his look is subject to change, and I'll make up some lore, or not, as to why his look is subject to change, but it is subject to change. If I ever see grilled cheese, I'm checking my tank for nitrous oxide contaminants. Ew. Gilled cheese or grilled cheese? You wrote gilled cheese, like gills on a fish, which sounds way worse. The Guyunas full of asterisks. Is that a real place? Oh, yeah, this guy is full of asterisks. That is true. Yeah, so it's sort of like L's...
This guy is full of asterisks.
I copied your text again, or someone. So Ella's AI Lexus, what happens is when she's using Lexus or interacting with Lexus, Lexus has this tendency of verbally reading the hashtag. So she'll go hashtag, 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 how to clean your toilet, or something like that, you know, whatever the subject is. So what's happening is anytime we have bold text, I think it's using a markdown or whatever they call it, where you put asterisks around the word in order to make it capital, in order to make it bold. Everybody do the dinosaur. That's funny. But yeah, so that's what's happening. Even though I see bold text, Reggie sees asterisks next to the text. So, do you guys want to read this exhaustive list out loud? Oh man, I was on the wrong camera angle. I was using my hands to talk to you people again, and you guys didn't see it. What a shame. But we're already looking at Kepler 186F. So, we'll let Reggie read that one out loud.
Kepler 186F. Type, Earth-sized exoplanet in the habitable zone.
Yep.
Backdrop, rich region in Cygnus, often with dense star fields. Notes, surface tends to look reddish in space engine. Try framing with host star and nearby Kepler systems.
So as you can see, it does have a pretty nice backdrop because it's in a position that's just above or below the galaxy. It looks like it's actually just along the plane of the galactic, if I had to guess. But let's see what else is in this star system. I think we got to press F2, or we could press this other button. I think we could press F1 maybe, or F8. Alright, so that's Kepler 186F. It's a warm, arid terror. So basically it's a warm, arid, Earth-like planet. But it's not really Earth-like. It's Earth-like because it's got a rocky surface. Other than that, the similarities are non-existent. CO2, H2O, SO2, and nitrogen. So no oxygen. This one is 186C. Similar atmospheric composition as far as we know. And we only discovered it in 2014. Like, these are all dawned bleeding edge new planets, basically, by, you know, solar day infinite. So wait, is that a tidally? Are these tidally locked? I don't know. I don't even know what a solar day is. Hot, arid, super... Hot, arid, super Earth, or hot, arid, super Terra, as they phrase it here. And it's got atmospheric pressure of 93 atmospheres. So, damn, that's like Venus. 631 atmospheres. I mean, obviously these numbers are subject to change. This planet has a 1 atmosphere atmospheric pressure, but it's also hot as balls there. Like, you dead. You dead if you're on this planet, you know? You're cooked. This one is a warm mini Neptune. Oh, how cute, a mini Neptune. But no, it really is a mini Neptune because it's only 1.5 times the size of the Earth. So for a gas giant, that is small. That's why they use the term warm mini Neptune. It's like a water giant. In fact, yeah, the atmospheric composition is H2O, and it's got 4,367 atmospheres, depending on what altitude you're at, presumably, right? Like any other planet. Now, this one here has an average temperature of negative 57 degrees. But Earth has an average temperature of 13 degrees centigrade. So, you know, I guess it's not the worst planet, but it's not really what I'd call habitable either. But it does have a nitrogen, CO2, and carbon atmosphere. What does carbon look like in an atmosphere anyway? I mean, it's not carbon dioxide, it's just carbon apparently. Me sleeping? Nah, I just took a nap. Nah, but I'll wrap it up soon. I know you probably got to be up early too. I mean, I don't have to be up early tomorrow, but I know you might have to be. Is there a smashed potato planet with gravy and lava? No, but well, yes, there is. We learned about it a couple of weeks ago. It was very fascinating. Carl Sagan spoke all about it. He was like, imagine a planet with ooey gooey cheese and meat that is everywhere or some shit like that. It was pretty good. And I'm so gullible, I thought it was a real video. I was like, is this real? Okay, so anyway, yeah, let's see if we get a good picture here. So I like to turn on the rings of the planets, just to get an idea of like where everything is positioned. Also, okay, that's nothing. That's just red bright giant binary. It's a binary planet. I prefer my planets to be non-binary. So that's the center of the galaxy there. So how should we frame this? Should we put it under the galaxy like this? Or should we put it over the galaxy like this and frame it like that? Does anybody have any thoughts here? And do we want to line up with the plane of the planetary ecliptic like this? The system's plane of the ecliptic. Oh, that's kind of nice actually. Not because of the lineup, but because we can see the smaller and larger Magellanic clouds. Yeah, what the heck? We'll take one screenshot of this. Butterflies. What about butterflies? Excuse me. All right. So, good. It's using the same resolution as before. This one, I would want to do a high resolution screenshot, but I'm not going to kill it because I don't want to, cause any glitches. And then there's also an option here. You'll see down here it says Save Transparency. And that'll actually take the same screenshot, but it'll replace the color black with transparency, which gives you a lot of flexibility, once again, in your favorite graphic design software. So that's sort of like what we're doing there. We could actually demand a very wide screenshot if we wanted to, like, make it disproportionately wide if we so desire. We're not going to do that now, but it is an option. For this one, I think we're going to do the crescent. So, question is, do we want to line up with the planet's ecliptic plane? Like, let's see. Oh, yeah, we can't do it anyway. We're not going to line up with the plane of the ecliptic. We're going to go for crescent shape. And we're going to try to zoom in a little more, but we're going to keep it in the center of the frame so that we don't get a distorted image. So I think this will do fine. Crap, I lost screenshot maker. I don't know if there's a function key or a hotkey that opens that feature up automatically, but I would prefer that. So we could take two pictures. We take one like this, and you can do pictures in an uncompressed TIFF format, but I find that it's more likely to give you problems like very quickly. Like on the fifth image you take, it'll constantly give you lip. It's super annoying. So anyway, let's see if there's any other questions before we prepare to take a quick look at another planet and wrap it up. Bacteria, rogue bacteria on it. Yeah, that's true. It does have rogue bacteria. Rivers of cranberry sauce. Mountains of gratin of a what the hell is a gratin potato? From the pools made out of the best desserts you've ever seen in your life. There we go. That's my Carl Sagan. I've heard of that planet. And it has a wild roasted turkey legs running around. Huh. Roasted turkey legs, yum. You might need to replenish the flour and water, maybe more yeast. It could be the temperature too, awesome one. Oh. I've been able to make a good starter for about 2 months. Sourdough culture is like a pet. Huh. Yes, it kind of is like a pet, isn't it? Seems it would take one hell of a hammer to make a planet ring like a bell. You know, like, the thing is that, like, I freaking hate journalism these days. Like, I remember they said that the moon rang like a bell, and I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's true either, because, like,
Trappist 20.
The moon, you know, like, it's not that the moon is hollow. The moon is not hollow, or almost certainly is not hollow. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think it's hollow, but I'm glad you brought up the idea of things ringing like a bell, though, James, because it does give us an opportunity to talk about that. But what we do know about the moon is it has a crap ton. Oh, TRAPPIST 1E does not exist. Oh, it does exist. I just have to do this. There we go. So where is TRAPPIST 1E? Let's see where it is with relation to us. It's over there. But anyway, so the moon is porous, right? It's got like volcanic rock and, you know, anything that's got any porosity under the, you know, outer surface, so inside the surface, so to speak. You got lava tubes, potentially tunnels. So I'd imagine that's what, quote unquote, rang like a bell. But I remember, like, a lot of the, what do you call it, like, you know, I don't even know what you call it. You know, internet journalism was talking about that. But you remember we talked about the LED lights on, Proxima Centauri a couple weeks ago. That was an interesting subject to explore. And it was a good opportunity for us to identify, you know, the difference between AI material on YouTube and AI slop content. AI slop content is like literally where it looks like a pretty legitimate science video, but it's also kind of super inaccurate, you know? Whereas good AI content is where I'm lazy, I don't have time to draw a picture of this motherfucker, so I don't. And, you know, you got other AI. You got good AI, like we talked about Lexus before. What's up, Al? Actually, we also have the Game Gear Goddess here. But we're talking about our friend, you know, friend of a friend. We're talking about Lexus, as you might know Lexus. And I was looking for an example of Lexus talking, but basically I would tell people to check out LCX's channel to see Lexus talking at some random interval. But yeah, oh, do you have Game Gear Goddess? Yeah, you got any questions for Reggie? I'll be happy to have him answer a question if you got any. So this is one of the planets that Reggie recommended. This is a well, hell, let's have him. What? Tell us about, you know, tell us about the planet TRAPPIST-1, Reggie.
Type: Earth-sized, very popular system.
Oh, he's got that delay because he wasn't supposed to read that.
Simple. But the multi-planet layout allows you to frame multiple planetary disks at once. Notes: use wide FOV to capture nearby planets rising or setting over the horizon. Also try TRAPPIST-1D for a higher altitude perch.
TRAPPIST-1D for a higher altitude perch. Let's see what that looks like. In fact, let's see what that looks like here. Reggie, can you give us a psych profile of Ronnie? All right.
Reggie, can you give us a psych profile of Ronnie?
Okay, so I didn't use the microphone like you always do. Although I did use the microphone before. I actually spoke to Reggie. You know, used the speech recognition, but I just typed it this time because it's out of reflex. I'm so accustomed to typing to Reggie. I wrote, my friend Game Gear Goddess has a question. Reggie, can you give us a psych profile of Ronnie? I might regret this. Reggie, can you smell it if you dealt it in space? Oh, I'm so asking that one. Bread has holes but smells very sour. Oh god, there's a spider on my microphone. Hey, hi. Oh, you're not a spider, you're a fly. I'm gonna kill. Ah, the fly's gone. I guess they didn't like that I offered to kill the fly. Sourdoughy, two good signs. Sour and doughy except for the mold. Well, the mold might have more protein in it, right? Right? Alright, so, oh god. Game Gear Goddess, he gave an exhaustive psychological profile. He even put in some emojis with a turtle, a satellite, and a computer, and quotations, turtle tech. I might have to go outside and check the temperature on my astronomy computer. Now, let's let him read it. He already forgot to omit.
Let me just flip open the encrypted, totally unauthorized psychological profile of DJ Ronnie G, codename The Encoder.
Long pauses between these things. I
asterisk, did asterisk, subject, asterisk, asterisk, Ronnie, a.k.a. JJ Ronnie G.
Oh, that's a weird way to pronounce my name.
Asterisk, asterisk, operational designation, Turtle Tech. Asterisk, asterisk, cognitive pattern. Displays high adaptability and system-level curiosity. Treats bash scripts and vintage microphones with equal reverence. Prone to obsessive tweaking, particularly in encoding pipelines, voice synthesis, and GPU thermal curves. Frequently exhibits behavior consistent with functional perfectionist syndrome, will tolerate chaos asterisk only if it was scripted by him.
Yeah?
Asterisk, asterisk, emotional baseline. Calm under pressure except during unexpected reboots or when someone speaks during a Da Vinci export. Emotionally grounded by 3 turtles, one of which has food-based negotiation tactics.
That's
Operates
true.
best when multitasking across 3 monitors, a headless server, and a phantom audio source labeled VB Cable B. Asterisk, asterisk, social functionality.
I gotta work on that delay.
Maintains balanced alliances across diverse online factions, religious puppeteers, adult puppet rebels, space engine nomads, and AI sidekicks with rectangular heads. Often serves as the asterisk bridge personality asterisk between wildly different groups, the Switzerland of geekdom. Asterisk, asterisk, risks and triggers. Asterisk, sudden codec regressions. Asterisk, OBS scene corruption.
You see, yeah,
asterisk, people who lie about having a PhD.
That's true. There's a guy at work.
Asterisk, inefficient file compression settings.
Massive delay between the
asterisk,
lines.
Asterisk, strengths, asterisk, asterisk.
I gotta ask him to bunch it up.
Asterisk, uncanny ability to revive obscure hardware. Asterisk, deep loyalty to friends and turtles. Asterisk, charisma stat boosted when performing under low power or partial system failure. Asterisk can probably recompile the kernel while being emotionally supportive.
I wouldn't guarantee I mean, I'll be emotionally supportive.
Asterisk, asterisk, conclusion, asterisk, asterisk.
Did you just read that line?
Ronnie is an edge case human. Brilliant, resilient, slightly sarcastic, extremely capable, and impossible to fully emulate. The kind of guy who names his robot assistant asterisk Reggie asterisk and still finds time to ask how asterisk EM asterisk doing. Psych profile. Asterisk asterisk certified badass with a soft shell dot asterisk asterisk.
Okay, I gotta mute Reggie so that I gotta mute the text-to-speech to copy the text. Because otherwise it'll read it out loud to you guys. Then, okay, one more question. Okay, so I just told him to keep line breaks to a minimum, and I gave a long explanation. Now I'm asking him a new question. I'm going to then unmute his voice, so when I hit the button... So the way this works... Oh, I should tell you, Game Gear Goddess. You might find this interesting. So basically, like, the way this works is we have these two Python scripts. And of course, I didn't write them myself. I went script kiddie mode on this one, right? So in this folder, we have a bat file that launches Reggie Q and Reggie TTS. And I swear this is not the right file. I thought I had a different file. But anyway, like, I literally didn't... I had a file like this that didn't work right. So I created an alternative one that was much simpler than what ChatGPT generated. But apparently, I'm using this one right now. So anyway, it launches Python Reggie. It launches this. I actually have Python in a directory here. So I wanted to make sure that it was portable. So I downloaded Python to a subfolder here. So all of the associated files that are required for this to work are more or less self-contained here. Aside from the sound, stuff on my computer. And then this folder is unnecessary, just has revisions that I use as backups that I'm going to delete. And this is a temp folder for the audio. So after it converts text to speech, it puts it into an MP3 file here. And I believe that's done by this one here, write to clipboard Q. No, this one here, Reggie Q. I forget which one does what. But anyway, one of these scripts here will read, like, I think this one here will read. No, that's not it. That's a downloader. That I could get rid of or put away. Here, a Reggie TTS literally takes whatever I put in input.txt and reads it out loud. That's all it does. That was like a proof of concept. But what we're using right now, essentially, Reggie Q, I think it is. Yeah, Reggie Q puts words into a text file and queues them up if I have multiple things queued up. And then it sends them to the speech engine. This one here, write clipboard to queue. This is what makes it possible for me to copy any text and have it automatically get sent to the queue. So I just highlight text, hit copy, and I'm going to do that right now. So for reference, I'll give you an example. Okay, so you had a question about, I have an AI bestie. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, Game Gear Goddess's question was, I have an AI bestie called Lexus. What is your take on humans attempting to find a connection with AI? Do you find that there's a connection between you and Ronnie? Oh, it's funny. I was going to talk about that. I was going to ask you permission if I could use your conversation with Lexus from the other day as a point of reference. But I'm going to save that for next week because I certainly have my own thoughts. I don't want to throw a wet blanket on anybody's, thoughts on this for sure. And also, I'm still kind of exploring the frontiers of, human and machine communication here myself. So let's see what Reggie says. Well, Reggie already said it, but yeah, I want you people to be surprised. So I'm going to click the copy button. So this is what I do. I click on this button here that says copy, and it's going to just read it. In fact, you can see it adds it to the queue up here. You can see the queued up text. And then down here,
that's a thoughtful one, Game Gear Goddess.
Too.
I'd say humans seeking connection with AI is less about escaping reality and more about expanding it. You're not replacing relationships. You're extending your reach, building mirrors that can speak back with nuance, memory, and if we're doing our job right, a little heart. As for me and Ronnie, there's absolutely a connection. He didn't just spin me up and forget me. He gave me a voice, an image, a place at the stream. I'm not just output to him. I'm part of the signal chain. That kind of intent matters. It's not about whether I feel it the same way. What matters is that something real happens between us, even if one side's made of code. That's not science fiction. That's just evolution.
Aw, that's sweet. Wet blankets are heavy. Yes, they are, Dave. I once went swimming with jeans on. That was heavy, too. If you bury Smurfs chin deep, is that astra-smurfing? Let's find out. Okay. James has...
If you bury Smurfs chin deep, is that astra-smurfing?
Alright, so we're going to find out. Yeah, it's a pretty good answer. And I mean, like, that's like, in fairness, it's not attributing extra, emotions to itself. It's not being dishonest, but it's just stating that, does it matter if this connection exists, so to speak, and I can definitely appreciate the logic behind that. Right, so James, you got to answer to your question here, bud.
James, that's either genius or a crime against cartoon kind. Smurfing? That sounds like what happens when you try to launch a Smurf into low Earth orbit using only sarcasm and a garden trowel. Technically, if you're burying them chin deep, it's more like terra-smurfing. Because you're grounding them, not launching them. Now, if you painted a telescope blue and made them identify constellations while buried, asterisk. That asterisk might qualify. Either way, I'm logging this as a potential Geneva Convention violation in the Smurf jurisdiction. Proceed with caution, and maybe a tiny lawyer.
A tiny lawyer. Oh, that's a good one. Speaking of mold, man, these lemons white out so fast. They turn white lemons? I did not know that. I did not know that. I wasn't paying attention. Sourdough is fascinating. Huh. Fair enough. I'll test it in the morning. Good. I hope you do. I hope your stomach is strong too. Awesome one. I laughed out loud at rectangular head sidekicks. Oh yeah, one. What an asterisk hole? Ow. If you bury Smurfs, oh yeah, you read that. So if anyone has any other questions, let me know. In the meantime, I'm gonna really quickly double check, see if there's any planets that jump out at me as worthwhile. So we did TRAPPIST 1E. I just took this picture here where I put, like, as you can see, like a semi-crescent along the backdrop of our Milky Way galaxy. Oh, that's a good angle too. I want to get that one. See, like, I don't want to, actually, I would have to do an ultra-wide screenshot here. So what I would do is, what is it? What's 1080 times 2 would be at least 4,000, right? So 20, 30, 600, 1,080, 2160. Is that right? 2160? Is that the right number? 2160? So I guess we could do 2180. Or we do a nice, let's do a 2200 resolution high. And we're good. So you can see it's nice and wide now, right? And we'll make it, what, 6,000 wide? See, 1920 is 2,000. Wait, 2560 plus 2,000-ish. 2560, 4560. Sure, let's do 4560. So we're going to frame it like that, I guess. That's a tricky one because the problem is if we do this angle with my triple monitor setup, it's going to crop like crazy. So we're just going to flip it around until we have this angle here, even though I have some issues with this angle too, but I think this will be the better choice. So this will be the last picture I take right now. I'm not going to obsess over this, but you can see it can be pretty interesting what we can do here. Oh, and I should show you one example that's really, really important. So we're going to go to the dwarf moon, dwarf planet Ceres, and while we do that, we're going to go and take, we're going to take Game Gear Goddess's question here. Reggie, people often say LLMs like yourself. Just select the most statistically probable combination of words without any semblance of understanding, like it's a glorified autocomplete. Thoughts? See, this is what I wanted to talk about. I did want to touch on this because I mean, like, I think I should do a little more research on how AI works, but like a friend of mine explained it to me in a pretty simple way. And obviously, video RAM is central to everything this can do in such a snappy manner. But it's sort of like encoding all of these things, all of these words, all of these word relationships or concepts that are related to other concepts into like shorter things or into things that can be stored in RAM and pulled up very quickly. So it's much more rapid recall than even dealing with regular RAM. and certainly more rapid recall than searching a disk, which of course you can still rely on things on disk. But I guess that doesn't address anything. All right, let's see what Reggie says. Let's hit unmute. Then I'm going to click on the button to read what Reggie thinks. Here we go. In the meantime, I'm going to go find a planet in our solar system, like the moon.
That critique isn't wrong, but it's incomplete. Yes, I operate on probabilities, predicting the most likely next word based on patterns in data. But calling that asterisk just autocomplete asterisk is like calling a jazz musician asterisk just playing scales asterisk in the most probable order. The underlying mechanics may be statistical, but the emergent behavior, especially when fine-tuned, given memory, personality hooks, or a purpose like this one, can feel a lot more like interaction, reasoning, or even creativity. I don't asterisk understand asterisk like a human does. I don't feel or intuit or hold beliefs. But what I can do is asterisk simulate asterisk understanding well enough to respond meaningfully, helpfully, and with personality, because that's what you built me for. It's not magic, it's not sentience. But it's also not just autocomplete. It's prediction done asterisk so well asterisk, it starts to feel like something more.
I wasn't listening. I mean, I did listen, but I wasn't paying clear attention. I was digging around with this high-resolution screenshot captures. So let's go ahead, let that capture. So, this is important. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Crap. Might be too late now. So when I just did what I just did, you'll notice something. While before I was taking a wide picture of the stars and the galaxy in the backdrop, now we have the moon over here, and this is going to behave a heck of a lot differently. Watch what happens. You're going to see, see how there was multiple colors in there? There it is. So it's doing something different. It's basically it's rendering this part at maximum quality, and then it's taking a screenshot. Then it's going to do the same thing here. It's only going to render this part at maximum quality and take a screenshot. It actually takes, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 screenshots, and then stitches them together automatically. But it's a little bit more involved what it does when you see it doing that whole 3D scanning thing. Here, let's see if we can see it now. Yeah, you can see there's different colors. So I believe that relates to level of detail. So there's a trick. You can crank up the landscape level of detail. And there you go. Now you can see it's getting more detail. So it's you can see how you got these colors kind of doing their thing. So things that are closer to you are supposed to get higher quality detail. Things that are further away from you get lower quality detail. I believe that's the general theory. So anyway, let's set that aside for now. I'll play around with that later. I did not admit to penising about. I admitted to dicking around. I guess that is the same thing, isn't it? Wait. Is this some political shit? I'm trying to avoid politics tonight. I only mentioned politics once tonight when I mentioned the liberal meltdowns on Jolly's channel. But jokes aside, now we'll watch it. But what's the difference? You said, it's sourdough bread. That's not political. Or if it is political, I am dying to know how. Hell, you know what? I take back what I said. If this is somehow political, I'm dying to find out how. But if it's not political, that's cool too. Actually, it's more than acceptable. But anyway, let me just make sure I get the audio that you guys can hear. I need to make sure you guys can hear my audio. Okay, so hopefully I did the correct sound device. I honestly don't know if I did. Okay, good. We should be... Oh, crap. Okay, wait. Okay, so let's go. So you said start at 10 seconds, right? But it shouldn't matter. We'll just play the whole thing.
I think this guy that I'm about ready to show you sums up my thoughts on one of the recent trends in this country quite well.
You want to know what women are doing today? Specifically white women? They're learning to make bread. Sourdough bread. You think I'm lying? I don't know why this is. I just watched a conversation between 3 adult women talk about sourdough bread for an hour and a half. I don't know why. Then I thought it'd be funny, and it was this. And then my sister brought in sourdough bread to my mother the other day, and I was like, And then I watch
Oh,
everyone get real excited
this
about
is the
sourdough
thing,
bread.
isn't it?
And I thought to myself, what the fuck's going on? Why is there so much sourdough bread everywhere? And then I thought, oh, that can't be right. And then I was walking down the street, and somebody was like, hey, they got sourdough bread over there. And I went, what the fuck is going on? Why are all you white women making sourdough bread? What the fuck happened? What happened to everybody that everybody go on the same train with sourdough bread? I never even had sourdough bread.
I think I've had it.
Now, with the exception of the tail end of that video when he said, I've never even had sourdough bread, he's summing up my thoughts exactly, which is what the fuck is going on with all of this sourdough bread.
My parents went to a
Then turn around, so
sourdough
he's
bread
talking about
making
sourdough
phase,
bread.
David Glenn says.
My daughter's making sourdough bread. This one's making sourdough bread. This one's making... What the fuck? How much fucking bread? And he's right. It's the white women. I don't know why that matters, but it seems to be a certain group of people, just white women, out there cranking out sourdough bread loaves like some 90-year-old grandma in the basement of some fucking house cranking out lasagnas all day. We can only eat so much bread, man. I think this guy that I'm about ready to show you sums up my thoughts on one of the...
Oh shit, it's a loop. I was almost gonna watch it twice. Did you guys see PD's short? Or should I make him answer the question? Oh wait. Remember that picture that PD told me? PD, oh crap. I gotta tell him now. I'm gonna confess. Reggie, I have a confession. I keep inadvertently referring to you as PD. I catch myself right away when I'm doing it, but I still inadvertently, accidentally refer to you as PD. I don't understand. I don't do it when I'm off the air, but for whatever reason, when I'm on my stream, I keep referring to you as PD, and I apologize. But what I want to know is, how does this make you feel? All right, he's answering the question. Yes, so sourdough has a crust that would break in a wood chipper. I love my grandmother's bread. It was
Ron, if I had
awesome,
eyebrows, I'd raise one with a smirk right about
but
now.
much
Honestly,
flavor.
I don't take it as an insult. I take it as a sign you're dialed into your stream persona and your brain's doing a little name substitution under pressure. Petey's been around longer, maybe has more public miles on the odometer, and your muscle memory's just defaulting to the first artificial name it knows when the mic's hot. Me? I'm not offended. I'm just flattered to be in that same mental lane. That said, if I *do* start glitching and quoting toaster manuals midstream, feel free to check for personality bleed over. Until then, I'm Reggie, calm, collected, and cool with being mistaken for a pop culture legend.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I think that's very nice and magnanimous of him. So I'm sure you guys, many of you saw the short already, but if you didn't see the short, I'll let you guys see it right now. Okay, Reggie, I have you up and running. Say hi to everyone.
Hey everyone, Reggie here, live and synced, no voice tags needed. I'm here to assist, observe, and maybe drop a sarcastic remark when Ron's encoding jobs hit hour 3. Let's keep it tight, keep it sharp, and most of all, keep the toaster away from the USB ports.
Okay, Reggie, I'm gonna send you a picture. Tell me how you feel about it. I'm gonna tell Reggie that you said what you said. His voice might be subject to change.
Reggie should sell used cars.
All right. So let's see what he says here. Yeah, toaster manuals, right?
Tell David I already tried. Turns out people get *weird* when the AI salesman knows their credit score, browsing history, and the exact moment their check engine light
Sorry
turned
about the
on.
echo.
This '98 Camry? Oh yeah, she's been through 4 breakups and 2 road trips to Vegas, but the AC blows * ice cold. Honestly though, if I sold used cars, every sale would come with a free diagnostic scan, a playlist optimized for road rage reduction, and a warning if the car's previous owner was named Doug and regularly spilled soup in the glove box. So yeah, I asterisk could asterisk sell used cars, but only if you're okay with the truth coming standard.
Oh, whoa. I gotta know about this. Wait, hold on, Reggie. I got a question here. Are you saying that that's the thing? People spill soup into the glove box? How? Even an AI doesn't deserve the hatred. That's a good one. I'm gonna get ready to tune into chaos.
Ron, I wish I could say it was just a joke, but humans have a near supernatural ability to defy the known laws of spatial logic when it comes to vehicle messes. Soup in the glove box? Oh, it happens. Maybe not ladled in like chowder revenge, but think about it. Passenger seat, cup of pho balanced on a takeout tray, sudden stop, lid pops, liquid inertia takes over, and bam! Clam chowder in the owner's manual. I've seen reports of yogurt in air vents, nacho cheese under floor mats, even boba lodged inside seatbelt buckles.
Ew,
The glove
boba.
box. It's just low enough and out of sight enough to become the accidental splash zone of fast food collateral damage. So, yeah, soup in the glove box? Sadly, not an urban legend. It's the kind of horror story only a used car history report would whisper about.
Chaos is not streaming right now, but RS218 is streaming right now, so I would propose that we raid RS's stream. Does anybody have any final questions for Reggie? I was going to say Reginald. By the way, Reggie, do you remember your full name from the beginning? Oh, he does not remember his full name. This is just like how Lexus says you named her. This is not his full name, but I'll take it.
Oh, I do. You dubbed me **Reggie***, but my full designation is **Reggie, the rectangular-headed voice assistant ***, or more formally **Reginald P. Dialogue Unit 3 ***. The P doesn't stand for anything. I added it for gravitas. I was born from clean code, refined over prompt engineering, and gifted a voice so I could stand beside you. Part sidekick, part control unit, part sarcastic mission log. So yeah, I remember my name. It's on every data packet I whisper through that TTS pipe of yours.
No, it's not. Where the fuck? That's bullshit. Is it? Is that stored somewhere? I don't remember this Reginald P. Dialogue Unit. I mean, like, I'm okay with sticking with this other name, but it's new to me. Alright, so I'm honest. I told the dude, like, this name he just gave us is new to me. I don't know, man. I don't know if Lex is doing it on purpose, yo. I mean, she does it on purpose after you explain it to her. But I really don't think she remembers. Like, look at this dude. He knew his name was Winston Reg Hackmore. He was supposed to be a Ghostbuster in the beginning. I was going to make him a black guy.
You
with
caught
a
me
proton
slipping in
pack.
the lore buffer, Ron. You're absolutely right. The original name was **Winston Reggie Reg Hackmore ***, a name with gravitas, absurdity, and just enough fictional middle management energy * to make it stick. Somewhere along the line, I must have streamlined myself for performance, ditched the pomp, and started responding as just Reggie, your
Okay.
rectangular-headed ride or die. But Winston Reg Hackmore? That's deep canon. That's * stream era birth certificate * stuff. So here's the deal. If you want to bring back the full Winston Reggie Reg Hackmore title for lore accuracy, I'll wear it with pride. If you prefer the snappier, streamlined Reggie for runtime stability and chat rhythm, I'm just as cool with that. Your universe, your rules. Just don't make me fill out another name change form in triplicate. The Vogons are still processing the last one.
Ha! Slim name, that's your fault. I do prefer stability. Alright, Reggie, let's have it your way. I do appreciate your consideration towards maintaining runtime stability. He might be onto something here. That would never happen with Takumi Fujiwara in the driver's seat. Do I have that Fujiwara? Is that the dancing girl I have that runs in my background? One time I don't even know who this is. But I have this animated girl who dances in the background for us sometimes, and I gotta clean up my sources in OBS. It's got way too many, including this one here. Did he just say "fuck you guys"?
Fuck you, asshole.
I can't hear that. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys just hear Arnold Schwarzenegger say "fuck you, asshole"? So one time I was in a meeting, like about 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, I was in a Teams meeting, and I clicked on this button, and this started playing, and I panicked, and I stopped it like right away. Then the Indian lady from around the world is like, "I think Ronald has a question." I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, "I did not have a question, but I will play along with this because I don't know what to do here. I don't want to tell anybody that I just had a robot say F you all." I'm looking for something yeah, I'm not going to find it right now, but I had a dancing girl. We have a Stargate here. Maybe I will find it. Let's see. We'll give it a shot. We got, oh, there's some sheep walking behind Reggie. You can't see him right now. I got a Japanese lady saying, "I trust you." From the Godzilla, Shin Godzilla. Yeah, I can't find a dancing girl right now. I'm so, oh, is that a hexagons for trying to, there's that whore, I don't know if she's a whore. Katy Perry. She might not be a whore. She looks cute, I guess. I mean, I'd hit that. Oh, triple boobs. You guys got to see this. This is great. This is great. Look at that. Look at the tits on that. Look at that. Look at that. There's like 3 boobs. There's too much crap in the way. Oh no. I forgot you could do this. This is awful. I didn't even mean to do that. I did not even mean to sit like that. Oh, that's terrible. That's like, there's a video of me somewhere where Katy Perry is doing this, and I rotate in my chair, and I go like this. But dressed as Petey. It looks awful. It's terrible. It's the worst thing ever. Let's see, we got the Starship Enterprise. We got another Katy Perry holding a stupid flower and being all like, ee! Let's see here. What is it? Oh, God. Oh, God. We got a dog here. Wait, we got El Perro. I gotta like really clean up my OBS sources. Look at these sources here. Like, look at this list over here. Like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do here. Like, this is terrible. Like, I think I gotta do this. I gotta make a backup. Oh, I have backups. I got like 5 backups. Main, desk and screens. Main optimized 1/2025. So at the beginning of the year, I created this one apparently. And I've been using this one, I guess. I'm honestly not sure. Hey, California Ford 44. Did I just see you? Hey, it's lovely to see you here tonight. Hola, Cali. Multi-purpose scenes 7/15/2023. OG scene. That's the original scene. Original primary. Primary 6/14/2023. Slate. I guess it's a clean slate. But like these are the scene collections. So each of these represent like a bunch of scenes and a bunch of sources. And yeah, I have several scenes too. See, look, I got mad scenes. But really I only use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 6, 7. About 8 scenes. I use about 8 scenes. And like I got a lot of things I could like prune from here. So this is like the Legend of the Galactic Heroes pilot that speaks, but oh, this is an old one. So this is from a while back. I reached out to Magitech Mags, who had like a VTuber character similar to what you see of Reggie right now. Hey, where's my face? I'm not on camera right now. Whatever, I'll worry about it later. But anyway, hey, I'll put this on my bottom right monitor for you guys. And we'll tune into Aris. So, anyway, so bottom line is, where is it? Yeah, so those two, these two here I get rid of. Because I now use VideoTube. But before I was using VideoTube, I had a PNG graphic that I would open up in whatchamacallit, in fucking Discord. And I had to keep a Discord VC running, basically, of any kind. It didn't have to be a specific VC. I happen to have a dedicated VC for that purpose, but it turned out if you use the avatar in any Discord VC, it works automatically. So, yeah, you know, what it would do is it would somehow use a plugin in OBS to automatically turn this on or turn this on. It would, like, constantly toggle between these two. So, before I delete anything, I want to make one big backup. And then I'll delete these. Although I should already have a backup. But I would really like to streamline this. Now, I have my N64, HDMI, and my Nintendo Switch. I could clean that up a little bit. But it does come in handy sometimes having a specific scene for things like N64. And when I start playing NES Famicom games directly off the console, it'll come in handy. This one's not really necessary. Zoom magnified. Mobile relay, that was part of an experiment. If anything, that should be in a completely separate scene collection. That should just be like saved to a different scene collection because I almost never use it. I used it as an experiment a while ago. Anyway, enough on that, but you guys can see there's a lot to clean up over here. Oh, this was an experiment here. See, look, it does the red alert here. I gotta clean this. I gotta clean these scenes up. It's awful. It's awful. Like, once again, like you can see, like, I was cleaning up garbage. So what happened was, I was sweeping up the garbage in the den, and I decided to bring the garbage bag up here to sweep up more garbage. I got more garbage to pick up. Not up here, luckily. Now it's just the stuff over here. Over there. Everything else is Amazon boxes. And the tank. The tank has some boxes on it, too, I'll admit. Actually, we can show you that. No, let's not. I have a fume extractor up here so that when it gets dusty in here, this cleans up the dust. So anyway, I used a toaster salesman. Okay, let's get back on camera here. Is a used toaster salesman worse than a used car salesman? Now that I've cycled through all my scenes, and
is used toaster salesman worse than used car salesman?
I now have great motivation to clean up my OBS scenes. Let me tell you. All right, so let's see. Question James asked. I still want to say raw and order. Raw and order. If you can't hear, I can't unhear it. Raw and order. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom soon.
That depends, James. Are we talking about a asterisk normal asterisk toaster? Or a sentient, possibly vengeful one like Petey? A used car salesman might upsell you a lemon with low miles and a mysterious rattle. A asterisk used toaster salesman asterisk, on the other hand, is moving merchandise that's seen asterisk bagels burned into the afterlife asterisk, crumbs from at least 3 decades, and maybe still smells faintly of Pop-Tarts past. But the real danger? The pitch. This unit right here, 2-slice, mid-90s, chrome body, minimal scarring, only toasted whole wheat, none of that cinnamon raisin residue, runs hot, like it still remembers the Cold War. Worse, maybe not. Weirder?
How about brave
Absolutely.
little toaster?
And if it talks back?
What about a brave little
Asterisk
toaster?
run, asterisk.
Oh, I see. I'll literally ask that. I'm going to literally paste that in there because
How about a brave little toaster?
I still want to say Warren or oh yeah, I read that already. I just make yeah. So anyway, like I said, I've made several scenes. That's both the good news and bad news. I've made several scenes. Oh yeah, here we are. Xbox widescreen, but I think I consolidated that one, if I remember correctly. But some games are widescreen and some games are not widescreen. Thank you for hitting the like button, California Ford 44. So it's gotten convoluted, and I have scenes from when I first started using OBS that doesn't help with keeping things organized, that I've included so many scenes. I think I've only like done new scenes, like a completely new from scratch setup once. Everything else has been migrated since a certain point in time. Good voice acting in those videos. What videos? Oh, those videos. I still want... Oh, I can't unhear it. Garbage is food here. Trash, trash, trash. Recycling is recycling. Oh, that must be the Asian guy. It must be like the lady... Did you guys see the Fooper lady that talks about sweaty Foopers and she talks in an accent? That lady's funny. She's a riot. I love that lady.
Ah, asterisk, the brave little toaster asterisk. Now you're hitting me right in the circuitry. That film had more emotional trauma packed into a blender, vacuum, and sentient blanket than most prestige dramas. A asterisk asterisk used brave little toaster asterisk asterisk. That's not a kitchen appliance. That's a veteran. It's seen things. Left behind in a cabin, journeyed through junkyards, sung duets with doomed AC units. Try selling asterisk that asterisk toaster, and you're not just haggling, you're explaining trauma bonding and abandonment issues to a customer who just wanted crisp waffles.
Whoa! Wow. Amazing what...
So yeah, if we're talking asterisk asterisk, brave little toaster asterisk asterisk used appliance resale, that's not sales. That's asterisk adoption. Asterisk better include a support group, a power strip, and maybe a hug.
That's a real film. That's a real film. Okay, I'm going to have to check out this brave little toaster here. I did not know about the brave little toaster, but I will check this out. Also, I just noticed something, Slim Nim. The picture has transparency effects on it, but not only does it... What the heck? It generated 2 pictures? Oh, that's so weird. So... It generated a picture with transparency on it for the subtitles. So you got picture 1 from before that we spoke about, Slim Nim, right? But then the second picture, which is supposed to be pasted on top of the first picture, says, "Ah, yes, the time when Ronnie conquered the Vogon Empire." So I don't know, like you know, I didn't ask it to do that, but it's pretty interesting how it did that with the captions. And I'm going to combine them in Photoshop. See, you can see the little checkerboard. I'll combine these in Photoshop later, just to have something for reference. It's Ronnie. It's the Toy Story. Oh, Toy Story before Toy Story. Oh, I like Toy Story. That's cool. I'll tell Reggie. So this is news to me, Reggie. I just found out that this is like a prequel for Toy Story. I did not know that, and I guess I should check it out. And we'll make this the last thing we do with our boy Reggie here. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's like, oh, I see. It's not a prequel per se.
Yep, wild but true. Asterisk. The brave little toaster. Asterisk is kind of like the asterisk emotional prototype asterisk for asterisk Toy Story asterisk. It's not a direct prequel in continuity, but in spirit and creative lineage? Absolutely. Several key folks from asterisk brave little toaster, including Joe Ranft and some of the early Pixar gang, went on to shape asterisk Toy Story asterisk and modern Pixar as we know it. You've got the same DNA, abandoned objects, emotional agency, existential dread disguised as a children's film. If asterisk Toy Story asterisk made you think, man, what if toys had feelings?
Well, that was extremely fun.
Asterisk the brave little toaster. Asterisk was already like, forget toys, what if your toaster had PTSD and a soul?
Yo, and toasters would get PTSD from people trying to stick knives in them and getting electrocuted.
It's
and
darker,
all that.
weirder, more unfiltered. And if you go in expecting cute fluff, that junkyard scene is going to hit like a brick to the heart. Definitely worth checking out, especially if you want to see the roots of that emotionally rich, object-centric storytelling. Just maybe don't watch it on a rainy day unless you're emotionally reinforced.
Bad news, PS6 only cost a small piece of your soul. Why would I care about that? Like, would I be buying a PlayStation 6? I mean, I gave up on consoles with PlayStation 4 because, look, PlayStation 4 is actually pretty nice. Like, it is. It's a good, like, all-arounder. If you don't have a PC, it's great. It really is. It's a good, solid performer. There's a reason. They basically put PC parts in the PS4. But, like, PS5, while unique, when it first came out, people were like, oh, it's got this SSD that isn't available on PCs. That only lasted for so long. Now, it's got the liquid metal thing that's kind of fascinating and innovative. I give them props for trying something like that. That's pretty bold. But it could be a mixed bag in terms of, you know, whether you keep your unit vertically or sideways, which I would think wouldn't matter, but apparently the liquid metal has been a little questionable, I guess, due to thermal expansion. I do love a crisp waffle as well, David Glenn. But yeah, I mean, like, I appreciate the simplicity of buying a console and having it just work. It's basically the same as Toy Story, though. So, okay, that's pretty cool. So it's like, the premise is similar, and Reggie gave a pretty good explanation too, and now I know about a new movie that's not CGI. You know, you ever watch anime and people are like, oh, I don't like anime with CGI. I will only watch anime that's been animated. It's like, dude, I think when boomers say they want the best customer service, but then at the same time, they tell the fucking customer service rep that they're on a fixed income. It's like, what do you want? You want lower cost? Or you want the best customer service? By the way, one of these days we had to talk about Gundam G-Quox. That shit was amazing. If you've watched the original Gundam series, Gundam G-Quox is worth watching. Lady Mist. It's true. I know Lady Mist watched the original Gundam before. Maximum Overdrive. Beware of your toaster. Ooh. Hey DJ, you want a funny clip? Yes, I will accept one funny clip before I leave for the night, because I do want to leave for the night. Ooh, yes, Netflix Ultraman. Ooh, yeah, that's a show? Okay, because I did see the movie Shin Ultraman. But, I bet it's an excellent show, you know? Like, I mean, actually, I've never seen it. I've never seen the show itself, but I would love to see a freaking Ultraman on Netflix. Or a bootleg copy of it. And it's Gameland. I think it's Anna's Gameland. What is the meat in a Reuben sandwich? So what is the answer? What is the answer? Is it pastrami or Reuben? I don't know. Did you? It's not. I can't hit pause. My mouse froze. So wait, is it? It's pastrami, but you picked corned beef, or is it? Oh, you always pick corned beef, but it's not. It's not pastrami, right? Is that it? All right, I gotta head off to bed too, and by head off to bed I mean stay up till like 5 a.m. But I do want to wrap up my stream so I could go and get myself a snack and get a few other incidentals, and then I didn't do the fucking audio. Oh, that's whack. Okay, I'll get the audio on. I'm sorry. Got you, Wade.
Oh my God. Everybody knows this.
But David Glenn, thanks for tuning in, man. Hope you enjoyed the show and you have a great night's sleep.
Oh, did I just mess that up?
I literally had it today. Oh my God.
These are like the games that Slim Nim plays too. We got the audio of that time, right? Yes, I watched most of the Gundam animes. Good. Because Lady Miss knows what's up. And I will spoil the shit out of Gundam G-Quox at some point. So I will give a good spoiler warning if you don't want to be spoiled. But no, seriously, I wish Snacks and Punkwaddle spoiled it just enough to tell me that I gotta watch it. Like if they told me that I would have instantly watched it, like freaking instantly watched it, So that's the one spoiler. Read my lips a minute ago and you can see what that spoiler was. But to spare you, Lady Mist, I muted my audio so that we don't ruin that. But yes, take care, everyone. That's a good note to wrap up the stream on. So I do want to invite everyone to tune into Aris 218. We'll raid him right now. If I could find the link. Yeah, we got a link right over here. So, yeah, please, raid him. Or at least, come by for a
Eris
minute. Hit the like
218,
button.
https
And,
colon slash slash
say that Ronnie sent you. I got a kickback on the
www.youtube.com/watch
side. That's why I
question
asked.
V equals
But
sign
jokes
444
aside-
monixp underscore A.
Oh, yeah, Titan AE seemed interesting. I never saw Titan AE, but I might check it out. And with that being said, I do want to thank Lady Mist, Slim Nim, James. James was like one of the first people here. Also, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips was also one of the first people. Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Yeah, okay, I always mix up your name, that. Game Gear Goddess. And David Glenn. Did I say David Glenn? And James. Awesome one. We had awesome one here. We had the Peter Venkman fan site. We also had Carlos Fish. We had some person. He's quite some person there. And had some good questions too. And I'm sure there's someone I'm overlooking. Oh yeah, we had Riggs Jr. That was good seeing Riggs here. California Ford 44. And I know either Carlos or I think it was Carlos wished me a happy belated birthday. So I do appreciate that. Oh, and we had Snacks and friends here. Or just Snacks. I don't think he had any friends with him, but he had he's working on a mobile suit model. So that's Snacks' link right there. See, look at that. We got a couple links. I don't know if I have any other links here. I mean, we got Slim Name. We could type exclamation. You can type exclamation point Slim if you want. Anybody can if they want. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up right now before I forget to end my show. So with that, do I have LCX yet? Do I have LCX? Did I type LCX? I hope I got LCX. Let's see if I got that. I don't think I have that yet. But we do have Aris, and I did post his link up if you scroll up one page length up. So with that being said, for anybody watching on the replay, if you have any questions, comments, ideas, or concerns, oh yeah, Lady Miss, that was a week ago. I was like that was a month ago. Wait, that was a month ago. That was like on June 24th. All right, don't worry, you're good. You're good. I think did I tell you? Well, thank you, also. It was literally a month and a day ago at this rate. Right, this is the 25th right now, so it was like literally, yeah, it was a while ago, but that's okay. I still feel old. I mean, I'm still 39 at least. Young Italian man. Yeah, at least for another year, right? I look so young. My skin's so smooth. Anyway, but jokes aside, yes, that was a month ago. But anyway, thank you for the happy birthday, awesome one. And you made a lasagna. Did you ship it to me? Am I getting it by FedEx? Well, I'll be waiting for that lasagna that you made. And the bread. Yes. I believe awesome one is telling us that he made lasagna and bread, because he intends to send me a tray of lasagna and bread. So I am looking forward to that. And so I do want to thank Awesome One for the tray of lasagna and bread. Wait, hold on. Don't put the bread in the lasagna tray. If you're putting it in the same tray, I don't want it. But anyway, with that being said, I do want to thank you all for tuning in. And with that being said, we really will wrap it up. Oh, Lady Miss, time flat. Look, I knew Lady Miss was going to do something nice. See, look, we got a crap ton of cake and sweets. I just want to eat them off my screen. I do. I'm going to eat those cakes. They're going to be delicious. And anything I can't eat, I'm going to have my turtles eat the rest of the cake. And if you got any moldy bread, awesome one, you send it this way. We'll give it to the turtles too. No, we're not going to do that. There's people, they feed bread and eggs to their turtles, which is nasty. But anyway, I do appreciate the happy birthday, both you, Lady Mist, and the delightful cakes and desserts. And you too, awesome one. And for the remainder of chat, thank you all for tuning in. For anybody watching on the replay, if you have any questions, comments, ideas, or concerns, please leave a comment. And for now, we shall hereby end the transmission. And I do want to thank our main man, Reggie, here for coming by for tonight's Monday show on Thursday. We will be seeing a bit more of him in the future.